JC, you cold for this one.
Now this just is one of them occasions when the homie's not doing it right. How many find themselves strolling through life? But you can't walk this way throughout life. And when it all boils down, you gon' find at the end a sucker is a sucker and a friend is a friend. So what? That you strolling through life, but you can't walk that way in this life. Gotta liberate the minds of the ones that's gon' fight for us. No time to hesitate, we gotta water this dry forest. So many called, few are chosen. How can we be free? When fear is interwoven. Recognize the fact our lifestyle was stolen. Snuff our lights out with composure. Now everything is church. Confession is open. We think we're blessed, but we were stripped from emotions. Naked and afraid of the land we were stolen. The beautiful mother continent of this whole shit. Some claim to be an Indian. That's an old trick. Regurgitating, we have no evidence for old ships. That's just old fake news on a new clip. Better watch out who you dealing with. I won't stand on anti-African sentiment. I'm a different class of revolution, I get it in. Like Dr. John Henry Clark said, listen, we don't have many friends, none. So you can stand for the truth or fall for a lie. But if you choose to fall for a lie, what a demise. It's your life to commit intellectual suicide. Now this just is one of them occasions when the homie's not doing it right. How many find themselves strolling through life? But you can't walk this way throughout life. And when it all boils down, you gon' find at the end a sucker is a sucker and a friend is a friend. So what? That you strolling through life, but you can't walk that way in this life. Gotta liberate the minds of the ones that's gon' fight for us. No time to hesitate, we gotta water this dry forest. Got a whole band of brothers that swerve and die for it. And for the ones that served, I know they'll snipe for us.
JC, you cold for this one.
Now this just is one of them occasions when the homie's not doing it right. How many find themselves strolling through life? But you can't walk this way throughout life. And when it all boils down, you gon' find at the end a sucker is a sucker and a friend is a friend. So what? That you strolling through life, but you can't walk that way in this life. Yeah, all black, everything black. Yeah, I'm just saying, black skin, black woman, black children.
Copy. Mandingo theory.
Hey, my people, go ahead and get your book with Mandingo theory.
I went out and got your copy of Mandingo theory. You need to get yours, because I got mine.
Go get your copy of the Mandingo theory.
Be sure to get your copy of Mandingo theory.
Hey guys, get your copy of Mandingo theory today.
Mandingo theory by Kofi Piesie. Get yours. I got mine. This is definitely a must read.
Go out and get your copy of the Mandingo theory.
Go out and get your copy of Mandingo theory.
Get you a copy of the Mandingo theory, the castration of Africans and the sex-crazed conceptualization.
Welcome to the all-black family, brother. We gon' get paid, make money, exit into the continent. If you ain't paying dues, fuck your accomplishment.
They got their copy. Get your copy of Mandingo theory today.
Over, that was the so-called apocalypse. And all we have now is bad revelations on top of it. Brainwashed with the germs from a dirty mob. They make us out to be the bad guys. Fuck it.
Everybody, peace. Welcome to Kofi Piesie TV. I am Kofi Piesie. My family has something to say.
Welcome to Kofi Piesie TV.
So please subscribe to the channel now.
So please go subscribe to the channel. If you had subscribed to the channel, please go subscribe to the channel. I want to say peace, liberation, inspiration, and motivation. We got a dope show, I think, man. Another dope discussion, man. But I'll leave it at that, man. We got our good brother Sutek on the panel. We got our brother Chavez on the panel, and we got our brother Satep and Rao on the panel. I'll let them introduce themselves, and then we'll jump into the discussion and dialogue.
Hey, peace to the fam. Appreciate everybody in the chat for coming through. Make sure you please like the show, thumb it up. Make sure to help get us in these YouTube algorithms. Make sure you also share the show. It's a lot of people been having a lot of conversations about topics and instances surrounding this, so it shouldn't be hard to find some people that are interested in this topic that we're discussing. So make sure you please share the show with someone who you think may be interested, or in your Facebook groups, etc. But yeah, man, I'm just ready to get into it. Peace to the chat one more time. Peace to my brothers on the panel.
Yeah, I just want to, Brother Chavez, just want to echo the same sentiments as Brother Sutek as far as sharing the show. And I'm just here to participate and enjoy the show.
Right, peace to all the brothers on the panel. Peace to everybody in the chat. It's your brother Satep and Rao on here to see what these brothers on here talking about. I'm team yay, so I don't know what he said though, so I'm actually on here to learn as well. I did watch one of his interviews that he did, but I know he did something to where, you know, Adidas dropped him or whatever, so I didn't watch the most recent interview. So I'm here to learn as well.
All right. So before we get started, man, peace to everybody in the chat, man. I want to acknowledge everybody existing that's in the chat. I know Zane commented earlier, Danny Williams commented last night. But peace to those brothers, peace to Sister Bonita, peace to Michael Wilson. What up, Mike? Peace to Ogun Bola, Edward Enigma, 9x9, Teddy Usher, Ma'at Ross, and Neferu. Peace to Vasa Nicolo Gutter. Peace to everybody else that may be looking at this in the chat. I mean, not in the chat, but in the archives, man. Y'all, again, please like and share the show. I think this is going to be a good discussion, good dialogue. It's not going to be specifically about Kanye or Ye, because he changed his name. So I'm going to respect the brother for changing his name and, you know, pronounce his name right. So Ye. So it's not going to be particularly about Ye, but
you still disrespecting that man.
Still, yay, but
let's just go to show. Kofi gonna slaughter anybody's name, whether it got 10 letters in it or it got 2 letters in it. He gonna slaughter it.
Yeah, but Ye, we did a whole conversation about Ye though, and I think it was a dope conversation that we had, man. And for people that, missed that show, man, I'm telling you, it was a dope show, man. Like we brought, it was a lot of stuff that we discussed and some stuff that I didn't even think about, that Ibaka brung out, some stuff that I didn't think about that Sutek had brung out. It was some stuff that Chavez said that, that I wasn't thinking about, and even dealing with the clothing line and why the clothing line resembles, the way it looks, as far as it looking like desert wear. But that's, what we talked about that in there, but let's get into it, man. It's a whole lot of things, man, we want to discuss, man, and talk about in here. First, what I'm going to do is, before we get into discussing, just to get the, the discussion going, I want to pull up some stuff. Let me pull up some stuff, and I'm going to read some stuff, because what we want to talk about is the show is called, Was Ye Right About the Jewish Community? Should Black folks take accountability for being exploited? So a lot of us, before we get into it, I'm going to pull up maybe 2 or 3 articles. I'm not going to read all the articles, but was Ye right about the Jewish community? He's been getting a lot of black backlash from, the media, even his business deals that he's had pulling out from the
See, that's what happened when you keep calling that man Ye, man.
I want to say, is that just me or is that his? That boy's name is Ye, man. That boy say his name is Ye, like stuff they put up their nose, man. Not Ye.
Crazy.
I don't know how Kofi internet messed up with all that high tech equipment that boy got over there, man.
That's what it is, though. He got all them cameras and angles and shit.
He tried to probably change angles on us, kid. That's what happened. He tried to change angles and it messed up his service.
Trying to flex.
Now we got the people. We don't even know what he gonna pull up.
Goddamn tree done fell outside or some shit.
Oh man. Oh, he about to come back. Hopefully he'll be back. He having technical difficulties with his high tech office room. We don't know specifically what he wanted to pull it up for him, so we can't do that. We gotta wait.
Yee on his ass.
Yeah, that boy. Either Yee or them. I don't want to put them Jews on him because I just thought about that.
Yee and them Jews on his ass.
They about to blackball you out of your Kofi. They about to blackball your service.
They already gonna cut his internet.
You on mute.
Yeah, my bad, man.
You low.
I got all this stuff hooked up to this. I got all these laptops. My laptop hooked up to a few little things, man. And it'd be drawing power from it real quick. And I thought I had it plugged up, man, and it'll suck the power out of my MacBook real quick, man. But I'm good now, man. But like I was saying, man, the topic around Kanye West, people, I was saying that a lot of people done pulled out of the deals with him, and the media been crucifying him. I don't agree with everything that Ye is saying, but I do to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying, and we do, which we'll talk about the accountability of us too, because I want to play a video which I found interesting by Russell Simmons. Where he talked, we'll talk about, we'll get into that in a minute, but let's start the conversation out, you know what I'm saying? Ye talked about the Jewish community, right? He talked about the Jewish community owning all media platforms, Jewish owning the media platforms, Jews owning the Hollywood, in a sense, the movies, Jewish owning music and etc. And what he's saying is actually the truth. They own all this, and even in the music videos and stuff, we brag about having Jewish lawyers. We brag about, working for the Jews, or we got Jewish peoples around us. So we always glorify this Jewish community being around us. So we're going to kind of deal with and talk about the relationship between the Black and Jews, which is also a book I read a long time ago, because a lot of times we forget about the things that they did in the past, and why the things that they did in our past, why they are still connected with us today. When we talk about the music, when we talk about the music industry, when we talk about media outlets, and even, them being our lawyers and stuff, or we hiring them to be our lawyers. So, so Ye is saying that the Jewish community is exploiting us, and, they are profiting off of the destruction of our people, when, they are, giving deals to people who are glorifying, disrespecting women, raping women, selling drugs in the community. And now the craze, now not being the drug dealer selling drugs in the community, but now being the drug head, or the fiend. So we know now there's been, in this new generation, it's a surge of rappers talking about, they popping pills, they popping Molly, they doing lean. So now they glorifying being a fiend. The fiend now is being glorified now. So just to start the conversation off, man, I'm gonna read a few little things, and then this gonna open up the conversation, and then we're gonna get into I want to get into a 2-minute clip of Leo Colin, who is also a Jew, who also is a good friend of Russell Simmons, who also was the president or co-CEO, head exec at Def Jam at one time, who now is the owner or a CEO of 300 Music, which some of your favorite rappers are at this record exec's thing. But let's open it up. Let's go ahead with, man. Let me pull this up. What I'm gonna read first. Let me share my screen. All right. I'm gonna see if I can make this big. Y'all let me know on my screen share. Can y'all see my screen? So I'm gonna read something. I'm gonna read something from here. It says 6 Jewish companies own 96% of the world's media. So Kanye West, this is something that Kanye West is saying, but I don't understand too before I get into this. There's been many discussions about Jewish and the Jewish agenda, Jewish running these big corporations, these media corporations, music corporations, movies corporations, and these sports industry corporations, right? So there's been many talks about this, and I could have pulled up tons of stuff that I found that before Kanye West was saying what he was saying, there's been other people saying the same thing and other people writing about the agenda, you know what I'm saying, or the plights of the Jews and them coming out of the Jews coming out of their plight and gaining this massive wealth, you know what I'm saying, and buying up everything. But we're going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about, because I want to talk about that too. But let's read some of this, and then I'm going to jump to something else, and then we'll break into the discussion, because I want to hear what the other brothers has to say, and even, y'all in the chat. Let me see where I want to start at. Let's start right here. It says, and let me make this big enough. Sutek, can you hit this thing to make it enlarge in the way it takes us off of here completely? I don't want to go out of it, stop sharing, and then click the big window and then come back in. You know what I'm talking about?
There you go. He did it.
All right. Okay. So it says, the largest media conglomerates today is Walt Disney Company. And you hear Kanye West talk about Walt Disney. You hear Kanye West talk about a lot. And this was contradictory to me. Like, the standard, and I'll go on, the standard, I've been listening to some of Kanye West's videos. He's been, on the black platforms that he was on, where the Drink Champ platform, and then these other platforms that he went on in Paris, the CNN, was it CNN, Fox, and some other ones, right? And even when him discussing and he's talking, he always is glorifying the standard of the Jews, or he glorifying the standards of the Europeans. This is that is his measuring rod. So he always talks about Disney, Walt Disney. He always talk about these other clothing platform like a Balenciaga, all these other Gucci, Louis, all these other platforms, right? So, but Walt Disney Company, whose chairman is a CEO, Mike Easter, is a Jew. The Disney empire, headed by a man described by one of the media's analysts as a control freak, includes several television production companies: Walt Disney Television, Touchtone Television, Bene Vista Television, its own cable network with 14 million subscribers, and 2 video production companies. As a future film, the Walt Disney Picture Group, headed by Joe Roth, also a Jew, includes Touchtone Pictures, Hollywood Pictures, Carnival Pictures. Disney's also owns Memorex Films, runs by Weinstein Brothers. When the Disney company was run by the Gentiles Disney families prior to its takeover by Eisner in 1984, the eponymized wholesale family entertainment, while it still holds the right to the Snow Whites under Eisner, and the company has expanded into the production of graphic sex and violence. In addition, it has 225 affiliate stations in the United States as a part of the owners of several European TV companies. ABC cable subsidiary ESPN is headed by the president and CEO Steve Bornstein, a Jew. This corporation also has a controlling share of Lifetime Television and the arts and entertainment. I don't like, and for the record, I really don't like Lifetime TV, the way that it paints our women in a negative light, but that's a whole nother conversation too. And people probably know what I'm talking about. If you live with a woman and you know that Lifetime Television, or the Lifetime station, I think it's Lifetime something else that they have too, an extension off of that. Y'all know how those movies go about painting black women. But that's a whole nother story. But Lifetime Television and the Arts of Entertainment Network.
They be knocking the men on there too.
Yeah, they be knocking the men on there. Yeah,
you making
right.
the men look bad on Lifetime. Ain't no movie on Lifetime where the man is a good guy or a hero.
You right. You right, man. You right.
That Lifetime sexist.
Yeah, it is. Lifetime Television is an Arts of Entertainment Network cable companies. ABC radio station owns 11 AM and 10 FM stations, again in major cities such as New York, Washington, Los Angeles. It has over 3,400 affiliates, although primarily the telecommunication companies. Capital City / ABC earns over $1 billion in publishing in 1994. It owns 7 daily newspapers, Fairchild Publications, Chilton Publications, and the Diversity Publishing Group, Time Warner's, Inc., and the second of the International Media Leviathans. The chairman of the board of the CEO, Gerald Leviathan, is a Jew. Time Warner subsidiary, HBO, is the country's largest paid TV cable network. Warner Music is by far the world's largest record company with 50 labels and the biggest, in which Warner Brothers Records, headed by Danny Goldberg, Stuart Hirsch, is presidents of Warner Vision, Warner Music, and Video Production Unit. Goldberg and Hirschner are Jews. Now, I'm going to stop and I'm going to go a little bit further. Okay, it says, let's go right here. It says, Warner Brothers is earlier promoters of gangster rap. And we know Kanye was talking about when they were saying that he's she's speaking anti-Semitic rhetoric, right? And he was saying, Drink Champs, that the real anti-Semitic is, I'm going to fuck your bitch. I'm going to kill your bitch. I'm going to kill this nigga. I'm going to fuck. So he was basically saying about how they are promoting the destruction of black people. They are getting rich off of us, us destroying each other, you know what I'm saying, through the music, talking about our women in general, you know what I'm saying, talking about destroying our community by flooding it with drugs, or reversing it now and making everybody in our community crackheads, so and if you go back to Warner Brothers, you look up Ice-T, Ice-T was a part of that ushering of gangster music. Everybody always talk about NWA, right? Or nobody talk about Schoolie D, right? So Schoolie D, Ice-T, and then you get NWA, which was a branch from Warner Brothers that eventually went into Interscope. So they was the forefronters of ushering and pushing what we call gangster music, you know what I'm saying, into the forefront. They were the ones that put their money behind, you know what I'm saying, and funding this new ushering in. When you look at go back and start looking at 1985, and on up, or prior to 1985, what was the music like in hip hop when hip hop first started in the late, you know what I'm saying, in the late 80s, well, the early 70s or the late 70s, right? So it says, let's go. Let's see. President of Warner's brother. Through its involvement with Interscope Records, it helped popularize the General Who's graphic lyrics, explicit urged blacks to communicate acts of violence against whites. In addition to the cable and music, Time Warner is heavily involved in the production of future films, Warner Brothers Studios, and publishing. Time Warner Publishing Division's editors-in-chief, Norman Perlenstein, a Jew, is the largest magazine publisher in the country. Time, Sport, Illustrated, People, Fortunes, when Ted Turner and the Gentile made a bid by, and I'm going to stop right there. So I was trying to give you a gist of when or what Kanye was talking about, and it's just dealing with the music. But it also talks about the publications where we talk about who owns CNN and Fox News, which makes more sense when we talk about who owns CNN and why they say the things that they say about black people or perpetuate these things about black people, right? I'm going to go over here and read this. Let's go to, and it's just something from Google that I pulled up. Let's look at this. It says advertising and public relationships, right? And these are all Jewish moguls who's own these things, right? So let's go. Let me see if I want to do the advertising. Well, let's do the music. Let's do music industry. You got Herbert Anderson, founders of Atlantic Records. You got Burl Adams, co-founder of Mercury Records and senior executive at MCA. You got Law Alder, co-founder of Dunhill Records. I don't know, I ain't never heard of them, but I heard of West Hollywood's Roxy Theater. Marsh Osh, Polish, born and the founder of Folkway Records. I never heard of that company before. Irvin Azoff, chairman and CEO of Azoff MSG Entertainment and the founder of Giant Records, co-founder of the Oakview Group, former chairman of the MCA Inc. and Ticketmaster. Marriott Blander, CEO of Sony and ATV, former chairman of CEO and MIM Music Publishing. Emerald Burlington, German, born and the co-founder of RCA. Mara Buyingstock, former senior executive at Atlantic Records. Jerry Bland, co-founder of Jubilee Records. Scott Samuel, Scooter Bryant, founders of Schoolboy Records, RBMG Records. And I'm not going to read all this, but let's go. We got this. I'll go to Leo Colin. You got Leo Colin, Israelite American, co-founder of 300 Entertainment, former president of Def Jam Records. We're going to get into a clip about him. He's also a Jew, right? So we're going to get into him. Let's go down.
You got Clive Davis like that too. You skipped him up.
Yeah, even Rick Rubin. Like all these people was Russell Simmons' business partner. And we gonna hear this from Russell Simmons' mouth in general. Rick Rubin, who's also a Jew, was one of his co-founders, like you said, Clyde Davis. So we gonna talk about them. But it's a lot of them in the music. Let's look at the newspaper publishing. Tom Allison, publishing of City States, former of Manhattan Media. Walter Annenberg, founder of Triangle Publishing of Philadelphia Acquired TV. Herbert R. Alexander, founder of the TH Publication. Jason Ben, Niche Media, Hampton, Aspen Peak, Gotham, and the Joy Media. Paul Block, Block Communication and publisher of the Pittsburgh Post Gazelles and Talado Blade, if I said that right. Benedict Cerf, co-founder of Random House. Jerry Flinkenstein, former publisher of New York Law Journals and The Hill. Bart Fields, the Dutch-American former library agent publisher. Jane Friedman, co-founder Open Road Integrated Media, former president or CEO of Harper Publishing. I'm not going to read all of them, but I'm going to put the links to him, and y'all can go and look at these things too. But it also gives you who is the founder of the CNN News, who is also a Jew, the founder of Fox News, and even TMZ. Kanye West, has a big gripe with TMZ. The owner, and I can't think of his name. Let's see if I can go back here and see. Nah, I'm not finna read all that, but it goes in a little bit more about, TMZ and CNN News and Fox News on, all these big media platforms, some of these platforms that I mentioned, but there are tons of names. You can see Tons. Now let's look at television and film, right? Marv Addison, Lauren Television, Edwin Asian, Sunbeam Television Corporation, Aviv Arid, Marvel Studios, LLC, CEO of Toy Biz, Samuel Z. Ochner, co-founder of American International Pictures, inventors of the Arc-Off formula, Adam Aaron, president and CEO of movie theaters chain, AMC Entertainment Holding, Inc., and co-owner of the NBA Philadelphia 76ers. Ted Ashley, chairman of Warner Brothers and VC of Warner Communication, Inc., founders of Ashley Famous Talent Agency. Barnes Bailey, co-founders of Baldwin and Katz Theater Corporation, former longtime president. Gary Berber, CEO of Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MGM. We see that all the time. Co-founder of Splash Media Group, Chuck Barris, founder of game shows production company Barris Industries and The Gong Show, The Dating Game. Phil Purd, co-founder of the Allenberg Talent Agency, chairman, CEO of Village Roadshow Pictures. And we could just keep going on and on and on and on, about, a certain particular Jews, because we're not going to talk about all Jews, which we're going to look at Russell Simmons. So Russell Simmons talks about these specific Jews who he admired and who he studied after and who gave him an opportunity in the beginning, and who was some of his business partners in the beginning, giving his record company and hip hop a chance by funding in it. But we're going to talk about it. So, again, Kanye West, is correct in that sense when he says that the Jews run media, they run the music industry, they run Hollywood, they run sports. They have their hands in so many different things. And again, we always talk about these things a lot. Like I say in the music, we brag about having Jewish lawyers. We brag about going and buying jewelry from Jews. One of the biggest Jews, I think he was a Jew. What was the guy that went to prison that sold all the ice and stuff? But he went to I can't think of his name. He was popular, but I think he was a Jew. But we always glorify, who these Jews are, and in some sense, we're gonna have to take accountability. But we're gonna talk about those things too, and we're gonna have to go back and study things in history. Why they have a close relationship with us why they have a close relationship with us in the first place, and even going back through history, things that they did that we give them a pass on. Like we always talking about the Europeans, and then we give the Arabs a pass when we talk about we don't never hardly talk about the Sahara Coast slave trade, and then we never talk about when we talk about the Atlantic slave trade, which we driven about the European. We never talk about who funded the ships, the materials for the ships. We never talk about who funded the clothes. We never talk about who funded the food. We never talk about who funded the shackles. We never talk about these things. A lot of us are illiterate to some of the things that happened during the slave trade, who funded this, that, and the third, right? I mean, we may talk about that a little bit later on in the show. But before I open up for dialogue, let's listen to. Let me stop sharing my screen right here. And we might go back. But Kanye was right. They do run, and all these are names, like I'm saying, I'm going to put them in the chat in just a minute. Y'all can go back later on and run through them. I'm going to put the other one that I may read, I may not read, is go full more in detail about certain things that's going on as well. But they have their hands in everything, right? They have their hands in everything. You know what I'm saying? And they're making money, whether you agree or you don't agree. We see that they are making money off the destruction, or they are signing people that are, that is, I would say, not role models in the community. You know what I'm saying? They're signing, I ain't gonna call these people crackheads because I don't know what they do in their personal life, but the people that glorify violence in our community, the people that glorify, doing drugs and raping other, because we that's all in the music. So, but let me do this. Let me do this. let's go. We talked about Leo Colin, right? And Leo Colin was also a partner, we know, of Russell Simmons. And we're going to hear from Russell Simmons in a minute. But did I stop sharing my screen? Okay, I did. So let's hear this. It's 4 years ago. And Leo Colin, he is a Jew. Leo Colin has been in the hip hop music industry for a while, right? You know, so let's just listen to what he says when Charlamagne talks to him about certain things, and he talk about talent and why sign these individuals who are perpetuating destruction in the Black community. Watch what he says, right? Because at the end of the day, it's about money to them. It's about money. But check it out. Hold on. Let's go to
it. We're bringing a spotlight to you becoming a fiend. Right. Okay? And I thought that spotlight, head crack, helped, even though it was harsh and really really rough, particularly on women. But I think it helped change the course of the crack epidemic. I don't know what's this opioid thing, man.
But being a crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now they seem like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
I'm saying that's hypocritical, though. You're saying
it's opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash?
I don't stop. So, you know, right there, it's just business. It's business. And he just contradicted himself in the clip. He talks about how, you know, this opioids, you know, they was talking about, you know, this new generation glorifying being on drugs. You know what I'm saying? And he talks about how, you know, this is bad, man. This is bad for the community, man. This is an atrocity, right? For, you know, this message of spreading, you know, of doing drugs and showing you're doing drugs and all these things, right? But then in one says, he said, ain't that hypocritical for signing them? Charlamagne says, and he said, man, you know, he's going to sign talent over issues any day. You know, at the end of the day, he got people to feed. So it don't matter what community, long as it's not infecting his community, that's what I'm taking out of it. Long as it's not affecting his community, he's good. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving them an opportunity. What they do with it, if they shut off their money and do drugs, or even if they push this and influence other people to do drugs, hey, at the end of the day, it's just a business move for me. I got people. I got a family. I got people to feed, man. So, you know, he was real contradictory, man, in there. But that was Leo Colin. Now let's get to Russell Simmons, and then we'll start talking to him. You know, we just kind of have an open discussion about it.
My first partners in music, and they were very, very good partners. They did their job, I did mine. And during that time, I was growing as a manager. We had so many bands. I represented so many bands, from the Beastie Boys and LL Cool J and Public Enemy and Slick Rick. So we were the managers. And I would go, my friend Jeff Wald, who was a mentor of mine, Jewish guy, just died, one of my best friends throughout my entire adult life. I went to his wedding. He married this African-American woman, Deborah, who I adore, and his daughter, Sarah, is my family. He married Helen Reddy. Okay, so Jeff Wall, my dear friend who just died, took me on vacation to the Koala Hilton in Hawaii. And all the senior executives and chairmen of the music companies were there. Now here I am, a young black man at the Kahala Hilton. Everybody there is Jewish. The entire community there is Jewish. And everybody there is way more successful than me. So I'm running around sucking up the knowledge. Like I'm learning the game. I'm sucking up game. And I became friends with all. The only person who came once that wasn't Jewish was Tommy Mottola, but he never came back. But all of them, Seymour Stein, whoever they were that were chairmen, I was their friend. And I was a person they would look to kind of help a little bit. And they helped me later on. I might tell that story, but probably don't have time. with the Public Enemy problem. I went right there and tried to fix the fight between Public Enemy and some of the members of the Jewish community. But they empowered me, and I learned a lot, and Jeff Wall was my supporter. And all the chairmen of the music industry were Jews. But you had to flash back before that all the first artists who became pop and who got on the radio and everything else were promoted by Jews. So the Jews did what the WASP didn't want to do in that case. In the music industry, they were the ones who, of course there was some exploitation, but then who wouldn't exploit an opportunity when no one would help you but the one guy? So the one Jew would say, I'm going to do this, and some of the deals were very fair, some were not so fair, but they were the only game in town. The Jews helped empower blacks early on in music. But for me, they empowered me, and eventually I got a record deal, and we had great success. Next was fashion. There was no such thing as black people in the fashion business at all. At all. And then I ended up with 75 at least licenses. The bags, the belts, the underwear, the wallets, the leather goods didn't include the belts. The belts were separate. The lingerie, the jeans, the leather coats, and the hoodies separate. And then the bomber coats separate. So all these separate businesses were my partners in licensing Fat Farm. And they were all from one community. No, not all, but most from one community, the Syrian Jewish community. And so I was partners with all these Syrian Jews and no WASP. There were WASP in the fashion business, as you might imagine, but none of them were my partner. So I had all these Jews, and they put me in the business. I put Jay-Z in business with some Russian Jews versus the Syrians, but I put him in business. I put Nelly in business with a Syrian Jew, Ruby Azrak, and he and them, they did $100 million one year. They must have done $500 million in gross. Huge company. It was called, what the fuck was Nelly's clothing company called? Whatever, I'll come to it later. But Nelly had, as you remember, Apple Bottom, right? So Rockefeller, Apple, I put them all in business with Jews who helped them to become very successful. They owned their company. The Jews distributed and manufactured for them, as did I. Own Fat Farm, and Jews distributed and manufactured for me. So that was and then one time I can tell you a great story how all the buildings, every building on 125th Street, owned by Jews, all by Syrian Jews too. So it's kind of interesting. The little families in Ocean Parkway owned all the real estate. Why did they own the real estate? Because blacks couldn't afford it, and WASP didn't want to own it. Similar to when I was a kid, and the Jews owned some of the candy stores and the grocery stores. So why did Jews in our business? Because the WASP didn't want to be, and the blacks couldn't afford it again. So from a business standpoint, we should see them. They got their hands dirty. Even in banking, they got their hands dirty. Money was dirty. So why are the Jews so close to us? They're in businesses that we are in, businesses that the WASP didn't like or didn't want, and then they ended up being the number one empowerment group for us in those businesses. I was going to tell you about the buildings on 125th Street. 125th Street, every building was owned by a Syrian Jew. Everything.
All right, so as you heard from Russell Simmons, right? And I hope everybody was paying attention. I got a question for my brothers and some people in the chat. He mentioned the word empowerment a lot. And Russell Simmons, he, like I said, Leo Colin and Rick Rubin was like his business partners in the beginning. You can go back and check it out. We talk about Def Jam, right? The forming of Def Jam, and he's talking about these Pacific Jews he learning from and giving him an opportunity with his record label and giving hip hop. You start to see other people funding hip hop, but we know of a Def Jam who had who went in with Russell Simmons, who were Jews. We know about Warner Brothers. We know about Interscope Records. And there's a few other record companies, Capitol, right? So, he mentioned empowerment. He mentioned that nobody else will give us an opportunity. So these Pacific Jews came in and gave us an opportunity, and they empowered us in the music industry, and then they went on. There was no thing in history of Black people in fashion, right? You know what I'm saying? In the clothing industry. So they gave, you know what I'm saying, which, you know, I don't know if Russell Simmons was the first one. You know, we had Fat Form. I think I forgot what his ex-wife had. Then, you know, we started to see FUBU and you know, later on we began to see Bad Boy Clothing, G Unit, Rockefeller, and et cetera, right? So he said those people, which he said he introduced Jay-Z and them to, you know, a German Jew. You know, he introduced Nelly to a German Jew for us the fashion, right? So they gave us an opportunity, or they empowered us, right? And these things. Do y'all agree with what he's saying by him saying that the Jews empowered us? They seek the opportunity, and they gave us an opportunity, you know, by funding you know, these record companies are funding these rap artists' careers, and funding some of these Black rap executives, you know what I'm saying, dreams by getting into the fashion industry.
I mean, contextually, I can agree that they did, but I can also acknowledge the fact that they were, you know what I'm saying, being opportunistic in that moment while doing so. It wasn't, I don't think the intent was specifically, hold on.
Yeah.
I don't think the intent specifically was to empower, but I think it was like a end result that they benefit off of.
Okay.
I put it like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think, but I think that opportunity always leaves the door open for exploitation. So it may have started with an opportunity, but it ended and is currently today at exploitation. Yeah, they went through in the early stages of American history. They were under the oppression of white racism, white supremacy as well. And still to some extent to this day, but of course not like African Americans or people of African descent anywhere. But yeah, I think it might have started as an opportunity, but it made itself into exploitation.
Yeah, Goon Bowler say I agree with him. Unpopular opinion, but the history showed that he didn't lie. Okay. We'll talk about that. Well, what about you, Satep and Ra? You still on here? He must have.
Yeah, I'm still on here. Go ahead though. I'm cooking right now. I'm in and out.
You burning up. Let's say you burning up something. You ain't cooking, man. You burn it up. Yeah, but you know, I kind of agree with both of y'all sentiments, man. But I think, you know, they gave, but even Russell Simmons said, was there some exploitation in there? Sure it was. So, he even recognized, us being exploited. You know what I'm saying? And I see, and we still repeating that same cycle where we letting people exploit us. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you turn on the TV today, we let people exploit us. They put a script, especially with these reality shows that they got out right now. You know what I'm saying? These reality shows, we think that they are reality shows, but they are scripted. They done sat down with plenty of certain reality stars, and they said that it's scripted. They want you to do this, that, and the third, because this is what brings on the views. Views brings on the money. You know what I'm saying? Views bring, another season, which another season brings more money into this corporation pocket as well as money into your pocket. So we still letting people exploit us to this, let exploit or exploiting us, to this very day, and I believe that, he mentioned a certain Pacific, he mentioned a Pacific Jew who gave hip hop an opportunity by funding, these companies or these artists and putting money behind it. And even if the attempt was good, let's just say the attempt was good. Let's say that we know that the Jews they had a Holocaust, right? And it upsets me when, and that's what they're talking about now. They're talking about Kanye West, anti-Semitic rhetoric. They're talking about the Holocaust and what the Jews went through, right? And, it's in the media, which we already know why the media is going crazy, because we know who controls the media, right? We know who owns, a lot of these media in industries, right? So we know why these things are going crazy when certain things are spoken about a specific group of people. And then now that they are all connected with all these different, they own all these different media platforms. So they just go to their media platforms, and these media platforms have, millions and millions of followers and millions of subscribers on these different platforms, and get millions and millions of views because they're televised on TV every single day, right? But when it's something that is said negative about us, there's none of this. The media is not flooded with racial rhetoric, terrorist rhetoric about Black people in general. That's the thing that gets me. But talking about these what the damn, I done lost my dang train of thought of what I was trying to make a point. I done forgot. Maybe it'll come back to me, man. What I was talking about, I done lost my point. I was trying to make a point about something, man, but I jumped on something else, man, and done lost my point, man. But just going back, should we take, some accountability, for letting people, export. No, let me go back, because now I remember what I'm saying. Even if they started out with, these group of people, they under this, let's just say this one individual, or these few individuals are part of the Jewish community, seen an opportunity, a business opportunity, right? And, they invested in this invention that we created called hip hop. Black people call hip hop, right? And they was genuine in the beginning. If they was genuine in the beginning, I believe that the money, and I could be wrong, the money clouded them, right? Because if you go into something, and let's say that they were genuine, these guys were genuine. When it started to take a shift, like when let's just say it started to take a shift. Let's just say we talk about Warner Brothers. We see Schoolie D, we see Ice-T, and then we see NWA, right? And then from these artists usher in what they call gangster music, or what they call reality rap. They used to call it reality rap, right? So reality rap was formed. So when the Warner Brothers took this on, why Interscope and Atlantic, which also, owned by Jews, it went, let's say Atlantic and Capitol Record and Interscope and Mercury and RCA and MCA and start to see the ushering or see reality rap and how reality rap is influencing and infecting another demographic or another community, why they didn't pull the plug on that. You know what I'm saying? And why I'm asking why y'all think that they didn't pull the plug on that, man? Why y'all think that they just, if their intentions was good? I see them. I think this hip hop can be the next big thing. Nobody else is getting behind it. I'm going to invest in this and hopefully be able to come out on top from this, because I see something in this, and I can get the rest of my friends who are Jews who have money behind this, and we can begin to capitalize off of this new thing, off of this new wave called hip hop. And then when you look at when you look at a Kool Moe Dee, you look at a Biz Marquise, you look at Tribe Called Quest, you look at Public Enemy, you look at all these rap groups, right? You look at Kwame. Music in the beginning, it wasn't what we have today, or it wasn't what started to usher around 1985, 1986, when we started to see a Ice-T, we started to see a Schoolie D, we started to see a NWA, right? So when it started to take a turn, and even if you start to see this, once they seen it started to take a turn for the worse. And what I mean a turn for the worse was, even though it inlined their pockets, but it started to destroy communities worldwide. It started to destroy communities. Children started, this music, is hip hop, begins to become a big phenomenon where it's influencing young children. And the demographic for this is, say, from the age of, let's just say I don't know, let's say from the age of from 15, or let's just say from the age of, because I got introduced to rap music, I was maybe 12, 13. So let's just say from the age of from 13 to 21, you got a young demographic, right? And these young children have impressionable minds, and now they begin to emulate the things that they see in the videos and the things that these artists are saying. And now it's starting to spill over in real life into the community, because now they are starting to emulate the art that is being created, and it's spilling over in the community. Why do y'all think that they didn't, these people who these Jewish moguls, you know what I'm saying, that own a lot of these, that own a lot of these music industries, which, music begins to spill over into the movies, right? And music began to spill over into the fashion, right? So why do you think that these guys that didn't pull out and say, hey, we'll sign these artists, but we're not signing these artists if they say this, that, and the third? If they use this vulgar language, if they speak in a sense of raping Black women, if they speak in beating women, if they speak of selling poison in the community to, why do y'all think that, they didn't pull the plug on it? And even today, they still exploiting us, and that's all that they want to sign. They want to sign these controversial rappers, sign these rappers who are pushing dangerous rhetoric and showing dangerous rhetoric, which is influencing our kids and our communities.
I don't think they stopped or did anything different, because it's profitable and it's rewarding, and it benefits them. You know what I'm saying? It's not really their problem. I would assume, because if it's a business investment, it's not really hurting their pockets. So, and then my thing with that, I look at it, I wonder, like, if Black people did it on their own, would they change? You know what I'm saying? Once it starts to becoming so profitable, it starts to like risk reward type deal, looking at it, and it's like it's more rewarding, even though it's detrimental to the collective, personally, individually, because we live in a society which is based on benefiting off other people. Why wouldn't they continue to make money off it? And I don't know.
So it's not only their fault, is what you're saying, it's our fault too in general, because this is making us rich. It's taking a lot of us out of the hoods and living the so-called American dream that we done bought into, where, you know, if you don't have money, then you ain't shit, you're not important. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, pretty much. I mean, in that, like, yeah, contextually, like, that's pretty much the gist. And it's fucked up, but that's just the reality.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree, man. I agree. What about you, Sute?
Yeah, like Travis said, it's profitable. The second word in music business is business. So people are always gonna be business minded. Or what are you in it for? Like we hear people say they in it for the love and all this and all that, but if you in it for the love, then it's no reason why you should be going to a major record label. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be
good point. That's fair.
Right. It's gonna be business minded people. But today, to counteract that, today at this point, I don't feel one needs a major record label. We at that point in time, and we've been for a few years now, where you can do this on your own. Like if you got a laptop, you download the software, you get you a mic, you can do that on your own. You can learn how to engineer, mix and master your own songs. I've seen me and my best friend have done it ourselves. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need a major record label, is not needed at this day and time. You don't need these shoes. So at this point, we can bypass them. But I mean, it just depends on their artists. It depends on the work ethic of their artists. When you're independent, you got to do all the work, but you reap all the benefits. So it just depends. Do you want to be a lazy artist and be exploited by these shoes and have that machine behind you? Because you will have that machine behind you. Like you see what the situation Young Thug and Gunna are in right now. They got that machine behind them, so they got they don't have to worry about lawyers or, you know what I'm saying,
who they machine? Who they machine, Suteg?
They record label, aren't they signed to Leor?
Yeah, I was about to say shit, Leor. So it's a catch-22.
300.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's pros and cons to both.
The same
you don't need
that we condemning is the one that's the major behind pushing.
But see, in that instance, in that, no, I can hear him.
Yeah, me too.
In that instance, though, if they wasn't in or doing whatever they were doing and getting caught with RICO charges, you wouldn't need Leor and them lawyers behind you. You know what I'm saying? So they in some extra stuff. So that's really
that's where I disagree at. I disagree right there, because if you got the Jew on your side and you go to the courts and we know they in cahoots together, you would rather have Leor on your side versus being independent and ain't got nobody vouching for you. Like, you don't think they don't know, like, oh, this is Leor's investment? Like, you want that. You want that behind. You want that behind your name when you go to court.
Yeah, I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, if you wouldn't be in that extra shit, then you wouldn't need them lawyers. You wouldn't be hit with the RICO charge in the first place, essentially. So if an artist is just doing music, flying right, you can be an independent artist and not have to worry about having that machine behind you. You just gonna have to do the work. You're gonna have to put that leg work in.
Not Suteg, not talking about what we talking about though. You got to think about it. Independent artists ain't getting that same push as the artist that's popping right now, talking about the stuff that we saying people shouldn't be talking about right now. Like Young Thug and Gunna, if they don't talk about what they talk about, they ain't gonna be as popping. Like Leor ain't gonna want to sign them. Then he ain't gonna put the machine behind them. So you got conscious rappers out here. You know, Sute, you got rappers out here that independent. They ain't getting the bag like that. They ain't on the radio like that because they ain't got the machine.
That shit don't sell.
It's a catch-22.
That's another. That's another point that we don't. The stuff that we would think you people want to hear, the positive stuff, that don't get it. That don't do too much.
Yeah, like
You
if
know
Young,
what I'm
so
saying?
Young Thug
my
and Gunna
argument
talking
ain't
about the good shit, yeah, they wouldn't be in this situation, but they also wouldn't be Young Thug and Gunna because we wouldn't be listening to them.
no, I'm not talking about what they rapping about. I agree, conscious music ain't selling as much as the ignorant music, right? But what I'm saying is they got themselves in a situation, regardless of the lyrics.
That come with it, Sutek. That
A
come with
RICO charge for shootings and being a
No,
leader of
I agree
gang
that
and all that shit
that's
come with it.
separate.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
But not the Twitter, not the social media statements. You know what I'm saying? That's being used to get that's they got to take that accountability
Hey,
on their own, man.
hold on. Hey, I'm finna put the Robert Rand. I don't know what's been going on with Robert Rand. Hey, look, I'm gonna put the I be checking out some of your comments too, bro. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, bro. Get in here. Get in here
You
and
want
get
us to
involved
talk
in this.
about history and the slave trade and not.
I mean,
this ain't one of them
this ain't one
conversations,
of the
bro.
conversations. Like, then I know it, and I've just been noticing, like, sometimes, like, he be saying like some negative stuff in the chat. I don't be understanding. Like, I don't know what he be wanting us to go a certain way or
Let
talk
him
about
go.
certain
Like, you
things.
gotta learn to communicate better than that, man. If you want, if it's something that you feel that we said that shouldn't be said or vice versa, communicate that, man. We all grown ass men. It's time to learn how to talk to one another.
Yeah. For
sure.
sure.
Shit, educate me. You know what I'm saying? If we wrong somewhere, we ain't got no problem correcting. We gotta, gotta do it. Let us know.
This is
You know
an
what I'm saying?
opinionated.
So we can discuss it. Yeah,
This is an
for real,
opinionated
for real.
subject matter.
Right, ain't
Opinionated
nobody
topic.
right, ain't nobody wrong. Everybody got their opinion.
There's gonna be plenty of places where we may just have to agree that we disagree at certain areas, and just like how, you know what I'm saying, Satep was just doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Right, and
we know how to do that. It's not a problem.
Maybe he want us to like go in on the Jews. We know what the Jews did, but we not the whole conversation is not based on what the Jews did historically to us and what they are doing now. We talking about what, the comments that he made about them owning the media, them owning the movies or Hollywood and music, and we talking about it and we discussing, we breaking down certain things and we're discussing it. And we asking questions because we want to know why this, that, and the third. So, I mean, if he want us to talk about, I mean, we can set up another show later on or another time if he want, or just hit us up. Hey, bro, want y'all next show?
All I had to say is drop the link. That's all I had to say. Drop the link.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Drop the link or let's discuss it. Let's discuss. Let's have another show. Let's go in on the relationship between Black and Jews. We can have that discussion all day, every day, but that ain't what this show is about. But hold on, I'm gonna drop it in. I think he gone though.
Right, go on. We ain't finna cuss out no Jews over here. We want our channel. What's wrong with you?
I'm about to say, like, but this already a touchy subject as it is. I was already like, man, Kofi already jumped out here, but these mentioning the Jews, man, they gonna hit him with an anti-Semitic strike. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't learned nothing from ye.
we discussing it, man. Come on, man. Yeah. You got to be careful what you say on these social media streets, man. You will be commenting on your Twitter like that, boy. Yeah, take your shit.
But there the link is. I put the link in there twice, and that is just not even for Robert Wren. Anybody else that want to jump on, man, and get in the conversation, man. Let's get in the get in the conversation. I think this is a pretty interesting conversation, man. That we have.
What was he saying though, Kofi? He said we was tripping.
Yeah, he was saying he was out. This was a week. This is what did he say? Hold on, let me go back up. He said, before he said, this is a lazy discussion. I'm disappointed in the lack of knowledge on this. Hold on, let me put it up there.
Damn, we can't have a little bill. We gotta a slideshow, every goddamn thing.
Shit. This is a lazy discussion. I'm disappointed in the lack of knowledge on the subject matter. What lack of knowledge?
It's an open discussion with a specific topic in hand, which has already been addressed. So we kind of like on open dialogue.
Yeah,
like
that's why Kofi said, "What do you think about this, and what do you think about that?" It's an opinionated.
Notice those are open questions. Those aren't closed to where there's a specific answer that we're supposed to have. That's just by design of the question. Is to incite dialogue.
Exactly. And we threw up a few articles while ago just to get the dialogue started. Was Kanye right about the Jews running the medias, running the movies? So we did.
I mean, you made a better argument than Kanye.
So
hey, and this the thing too, though. Kanye ain't the only one. Like Dame Dash been saying this shit too. You know, Dame Dash don't even mess with Leor Cohen. Like, he don't mess with none of them. He always say this. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't no new information.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I said a while ago. I'm like, man, when me researching and stuff, man, there's plenty of stuff that I could have pulled up that people been talking about and even been writing about. They've been writing about this stuff, man, way before Kanye even said this stuff about them running, the Jewish community, running media. Them, their hands in everything, their hands in Hollywood, their hands in the sports, their hands not as well as just the music, but the movies. So this discussion has been going on for forever. I could pull up an article now where they was talking about the agenda of why they owning all these things specifically when it deals with the media. That's why I went back and said what I said about people can get on here and say negative things about Black people, but the social media not even the social media outlets, but the CNN, Fox News, you don't hear them in a conversation about these things, or any regular television news station covering these things about Black people. But anytime something is negative said about the Jewish community, there are anti-Semitic talk. You see this stuff everywhere. You see it all over social media, their platforms being blocked. You see it all over on regular television news. You see it on CNN, you see it on Fox, you see this everywhere when it deals with a Pacific community, but when it deals with us, you don't see the outrage. You don't see this flooded all over your timelines. You don't see this every time you turn on the TV. You don't see this when you look at the news, when you're looking at the news. You don't see this because we don't own this and they're not concerned about the plights of what goes on, with us. So, I don't know what it is that he wants us to talk about. I just been noticing that just regularly, like if we do something, he tune in, he got something negative to say about something, and I thought we was better than that. If you want us to talk about something, hit us up. We say it all the time. Hit us up if you want us to talk about a certain subject matter. We will. But today's show is not talking about going in on the Jews or what the Jews historically did, even though I briefly mentioned that we gloss over who funded those things when we talk about the material for the boats, the clothing, the food, the shackles, and etc. Maybe that can be another discussion for another day. Today's discussion was ye right about the comments that he made about the Jewish running the media, and should Black folks be held accountable for being exploited? So that is what we are talking about today, and we're posing questions because some things I have no clue about, so I'm asking. We all ask.
Yeah, this is the thing, Kofi. When you control the media outlets, you can drive the discussion.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You can drive the discussions whichever way you want to. You can suppress information. You can release as much information in a focus, direction, whether it's toward LGBTQ, whether it's toward the Chinese hate. You know what I'm saying? Like they can control the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, like we got to know how to navigate these systems. Now, another thing, if we as Black people own the media and all this, as dominant as we have been in history, if we see anything, like say if we own YouTube, Google, Facebook, Twitter, all that, they was owned by Black CEOs. If somebody white says something foul or they on our platform skewing rhetoric, of course we gonna shut that shit down. Like, oh, hold on, you gonna talk bad about us and we went through slavery? Shut down. We're gonna just be so aggressive with it. It's gonna be crazy. We block people in the chat for saying 2 crazy words. Like, we'll boom, block them in the chat or put them on timeout. You feel me? Imagine if we owned the media system. You see what I'm saying? So like, we can't be sitting up here crying about it and like all that, because we get a little control and somebody get a wrench on here and go crazy.
Right? Yeah, you right.
Well, boy, they done laid out they laid out the blueprint. So we got the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? We see what they doing. We see how they moving. We just got to get on our own accord and move the same way.
And that's gonna be hard to do. Like that's and I realized that I've been pushing since I've been on YouTube. I've been pushing unity, us getting on one accord, you know, and even explaining stuff through history, which people said I was wrong about. When I look through history and I see how we contributed to so many great things, but we did it when we was unified. And then I see when destruction of or the breakdown of our communities and our governments, it came when we was ununified, right? So, but now we have created an atmosphere where, like, even if you like what you was talking about we don't need the Jews anymore. We don't need to go to these record companies. You know what I'm saying? Independent artists, you just have to work harder, right? But we've been so conditioned, and now because, like we said, 1985, 1987, we got introduced to what gangster rap or reality rap. When we look at Schoolie D, we look at Ice-T, we look at NWA. Then you see. So now let's just say from 1985, it's 2020. We were in 2022. We've been so conditioned that this is what sells. This is what sells. It sells. Even with me, I don't need them. I can invest in myself, buy all this equipment. I can learn how to use Pro Tools or Fruit Loops, you know what I'm saying, or Logic. I can learn how to use an MPC. I can learn how to play the keys. I can learn music theory. I can learn how to record. I can learn how to mix. I can learn how to engineer. I can learn how to broadcast my stuff and put my stuff on these platforms myself, Spotify, Apple, without these other people. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to make a career out of this. So I'm looking at the blueprint from ushering in this reality. It went from us pumping black fists, wearing red, black, and green, wearing the black fist medallion, the black fist with afros, afro pick in the hair. It went from that to us wearing baggy coats, saggy pants, talking about fuck a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Rape a bitch. We kill my brother. You know what I'm saying? Pull up on the plug. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, push all this drugs in the community to now shoot, I'm gonna go pop a molly. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go snort some powder pack. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull up a field for a 4 for lean. You see what I'm saying? So now this is what's selling. So I'm looking at all these people, whether they independent or they bagged by these Jewish record labels, they are making money. They got the nice cars. They got the entourage that's uttering their every word. They got women falling all out of the seats, for them. They got these big houses. So I still gotta compromise myself, and I still gotta sell. I still gotta talk about selling the drugs. I even gotta talk about snorting the powder pack. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's in now. So I'm trying to make a career out of it. So the only way I'm able to make a career out of it, if I emulate what has been successful, and that is the destruction of our people. Talking about the destruction of our people. That is the only.
Hold on, Kofi, because are you putting this on all the rap right now?
No, I'm saying this is what is you. If Vince, okay.
You saying you got to talk about that stuff?
Yes, that's what's popping.
You saying you got to talk about that stuff to be popping?
To be popping, yes. Name me some conscious rappers right now, but don't name me J. Cole.
But got that Common album.
J. Cole, besides Kendrick Lamar. Or
Okay,
even
so you taking all my people from me. Look, he's swiping the board.
Exactly, because they are rare. They are rare. Right, they are rare. And a lot of those people are not successful. Like I'm gonna tell you, let's look at little Uzi Vert for a minute, right? Little Uzi Vert. Little Uzi Vert. Let me get his name right? So we know he was talking about the drugs and popping the Molly and doing all. So and look at Talib Kweli, right? Look at those two. We know Talib Kweli. How you say Talib Kweli, or however you pronounce his name.
Talib Kweli.
Yeah, Ali Kweli, right? So we know that little Uzi Vert is worth triple times as much money as he does. You see what I'm saying? Because what little Uzi Vert is saying, you know what I'm saying, it's more popular. It's more popular, and it brings more people to it.
Kofi, Patrick Mahomes got more money than Brett Favre had. What are you talking about? Like, you talking about two separate time periods. Talib Kweli way older than
Right, but he's still doing music today.
Who, Talib Kweli?
He's still doing music today.
I ain't heard nothing.
He's still doing music.
I know he got a podcast, but
him and Mos Def just put a CD out, but you can't buy. It's a platform that you have to go, which I respect what they're doing now when it comes to their music. They're not uploading their platforms to these Jewish platforms or European platforms. They're cutting out the middleman. They're getting all. So now you have to go subscribe to the platform that they got to a monthly subscription in order to get the album. They just put out an album. They're still doing music. Even like most Def
sales though. They losing sales.
Right, they losing sales. Right, they are, but they're not compromising their morals, their standards, and principles by saying,
"Okay, get money compromising yourself."
Okay,
he created his own label, so he's independent. So he ain't selling as much as Lil Uzi, but I guarantee you, he getting more money per than Lil Uzi.
Okay, but it's all about volume when you in sales. Like, it ain't about, okay, I can sell this.
Not necessarily.
Hold on. It's like, it ain't about if I can make $100 off this, but it take me 6 months to do it. Versus if I lower the price and then boom, I run through 1,000 units. Like, you ain't gonna tell me that. Like, no. Look, listen, them niggas is losing out on sales, right? Because I want to go to Apple Music. Like, I got Apple Music, so I want to find it on there. I don't want to have to search all the way to whatever platform they got. It's good to have that platform too. I ain't saying don't have that, but like, they losing out on money. So it is what it is.
Yeah, for me personally, if I can get $10, I'm gonna go back to albums because this is easier for me. The stream shit is a little bit confusing, but if I'm getting $10 an album and Uzi getting 1 or 50 cents, I'm good with 100,000 sales versus 2 million. I'm good with that. I got my base fan base. I got my core fan base. They fuck with me tough, and every time I drop, it's gonna be at least 100,000. I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends on the artist.
Right, you're right.
I mean, it depends on the deal because, like, we talking about Lil Uzi, but don't nobody know Lil Uzi splits. Like, you know what I'm saying? He could be getting. He could be getting bread,
for an example.
Huh? Yeah. But see, this the thing, though. You just talking about album sales. Like, so if you got 100,000, all right, when you go on tour, you ain't gonna have that same that 2 million that Uzi got. That's around the country. Like, them 100,000, because them ticket sales gonna be lower than Lil Uzi. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you gotta look at the whole spectrum.
Yeah, that, and they don't know where they making money though. They making money by going on tours. These guys are making. These guys are grossing. They are going 3 months on tour and they're grossing, man, $3-4 million, man. Bring home money. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you in a 360 deal, that record label ain't getting none of that money.
Who got, like, y'all be talking? Listen. So now I'm about to get Robert Rand on y'all. So look, y'all talk about these. Whose deal is y'all talking about? Like, y'all got some receipts to where y'all know somebody got a bad deal and like, or y'all just doing rhetoric?
No, I'm not saying nobody got a bad deal. I'm saying that I done
We
seen.
talking about Lil Uzi. So what's Lil Uzi's deal?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying. I said no. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't say nothing about his deal. I said that he's worth more than Talib Kweli is. That's what I'm saying. He's worth more. He's worth more by what he is saying, the music that he's putting out. So he gets more money. Even you just talked about going. If Talib Kweli and Mos Def, let's just say both of them, they go out, they're gonna get some ticket sales, but they may not sell out. They may not sell out an arena like Lil Uzi Vert might. They may not gross what Lil Uzi Vert is grossing. And we can look and see and compare the things that Uzi has and look at his network and then go look at what's the name network, and we can see what's working and what's working for him and what's not working for Talib Kweli, saying that, but even though he may be comfortable, because I will too, because if I can pull off financial freedom. And financial freedom means that I'm not a millionaire, but I'm not punching nobody else's clock, and I'm able to take care of my family, and I'm able to have some of the things that I want, and my family have some of the things that they want, and I may not be bringing in but $450,000 a year, but I'm comfortable in that space, and it has created financial stability for me. I win. I don't have to be a millionaire, and that may be why he's looking at that. But a lot of us, we look at, he fell off. He fell off, man. Look at what Lil Uzi Vert got. Man, look at his network. I see it all the time. They say these rappers fell off because they not worth what these new rappers are worth because of what they are talking about. And a lot of people stand on what they stand on. Like I stand on what I stand on. I stand on morals and principles. I will not compromise myself for whatever it is because I see it all the time, even here. The new currency for Facebook is views. I mean, for YouTube, it's views. That's the new currency. So everybody is going at everybody because that the destruction of us, the detriment of us, is that's what drives the views. That's what drives people to your platform, because you're talking down on another person. You're insulting another person. So even in this space, we have become the reality rappers. Because the currency now is the views. So if I don't go in on this other group over here, then I'm not gonna get the views over here. So when they come, I gotta turn up so they can keep coming back. So I can get the 1.5. I can get the 2.5 views. That's the new currency. You ain't doing shit if you not getting the views. I see it all the time.
What you on YouTube for then, though?
Right, I'm saying, right, to get the views. Right. And my job is, what I have come to realize is, my job is, I can't speak for nobody else. I don't give a damn if two people on here. I appreciate, and I can pull up receipts when people hit me in my Facebook or people call me because my business, hey man, I appreciate what y'all doing, because I call people. When people buy stuff from me, I make a personal call to them, because that's how that website is set up. In order for you to purchase anything from me, you have to have your cell phone. I need your cell phone number. I need your email address. That's important to me, because when you patronize my business, I want to reach back out to you and say, hey, I appreciate you spending whatever you spent with me. And so when people and I call them and they lock me in, I appreciate for people, just like I can pull up now. A person texted me yesterday and told me, man, I appreciate what y'all doing. Y'all are the few groups that's on YouTube that is doing something outside of YouTube besides just talking. So y'all got. So they started naming the things that we got. So long as I'm doing something for that person and those other person, it doesn't matter. Like, that's what I'm saying. We compromise ourselves all the time for views. We compromise ourselves for the dollar bill. We will go against each other just for some damn money. We'll sell out our whole family just to get the bag. We'll sell out our own people just to get the damn views on it. We'll compromise what we stand for. We'll get on here in one sense, man, I'm for the people. I'm for the people. But your actions is not showing it. So they can't say that Kofi Piesie Research Team, whether we got 10 views, whether we got 5 views this show, they cannot say that we're not for the people because we done showed it. We done created a publishing company. In the publishing company, we do business with people every day. We've been going crazy every day publishing, not every day, but we get a client every month where we're publishing and we're making people dreams come true. Wanting to be authors, we are publishing their books. We are also publishing books that for people, and we're putting it at an affordable price where people can purchase books that people that don't read, where we're collecting all this. Hold on, let me finish. Right, but I'm saying, because now you're trying to equate that we're not successful if we ain't got the bag or we ain't got the views. You saying why we on what's the name? We're on here to educate people. We're on here to do stuff for people that may not be able to buy books. We got people that watch us every day, Sutek, that doesn't have extra money to buy books. You know what I'm saying? To read stuff. So they come on here because they know we're going to go buy books. We're going to read and we're going to put presentations together, right? Then they know we're going to talk about subjects that people are not talking about and even write about subjects that we're talking about that people don't necessarily talk about. So now they're going to purchase our products. You see what I'm saying? So that's a success in assess what we're doing, even with you know, our books being in Africa, or we're funding somebody to actually go to school. And then now with this nonprofit organization for the kids through music. So we're doing stuff outside of YouTube. So I don't have to compromise myself to come on here to talk down about another group or another person just to get some fucking views or get some people to subscribe to the channel. I'm not going to compromise myself. And no matter if I get on here and ain't but 2 people on here talking, I am a success. If those 2 people that was on here said that they learned something, I did my job. I did what I came on YouTube to do. And that is, as I learn, we all learn. And that is to share what I learned and hope that it touches somebody, you know what I'm saying, and expand somebody else's palate or motivate or inspire somebody else to do something else outside of here. So it don't matter to me about the views. It don't matter to me about the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do what I do to make my money. I'm not going to get on here and con the people just to get some money. If they don't buy nothing from our apparel company, I'm still going to be good. I'm still going to be good. So this YouTube shit doesn't drive me, you know what I'm saying, to compromise myself like I see other people do just to get the new currency, which is views. There was a whole show the other day, and we didn't get off topic, but it was a whole show the other day where it was talking about people, and I'm not going to mention the brother name because I respect the brother, but it was that was put on that was saying that word, and it wasn't saying that we did, but people that doesn't have the amount of views or the amount of subscribers that we are a failure, and they don't even need to be talking to us. They don't need to be talking to. So, and half of the people that he bigged up, they ain't doing shit but talking and ain't doing nothing outside of YouTube.
Kofi, what is this?
I'll tell you this.
Nah,
off.
that's beating on your head right now, boy. Nah, beating on your head right now. Get on him, B-Nut.
I haven't heard this, so you're gonna have to tell me about this.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you about it, and then I'm gonna give you.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. He's talking about the Kings. Kings of views.
Yeah,
but I know what you're talking about. I didn't watch it. I just seen it.
Right. And it saddens me because, you know, if you don't, that's the currency. That's the new currency is the views. And then
that's the new metric.
That's the new metric.
Now I see why Kofi fired up.
Right. So that's the new metric.
Yeah, on your head.
So what we doing ain't wolf shit, but I can show you tons of emails, tons of Facebook messages, tons of fucking text messages. You know what I'm saying? That what we are doing is important and people are appreciating what we're doing, and we're providing an opportunity for people. We're funding people to go to school, and we're funding people that says they want to be authors, don't know how to do it. We're showing them, and then we're publishing that shit where they're all over different marketplaces. Now, what they do with their books after we do it, that's on them. But we are helping people. And then we got these nonprofits now that we finna start helping these kids. So we doing our part. But you saying we not successful because we ain't got 5,000 subscribers? We ain't got 10,000 subscribers. Every show that we have is not 1.K. It's not 3.K. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. And that shit just, it makes me mad. And when I was looking at it, like it makes me mad. So that's the new metric. So it's just crazy to me. But that's what I'm saying. We are conditioned. We are so conditioned where we'll compromise ourselves and sell out our own people for the views or sell out our own people for money. That's why we in the situation that we in. And we always talking about the situation that we in, but we don't want to do nothing. Or we always blaming the fucking white man, but we can do it ourselves. But we don't want to unify. We don't want to unify. We want to talk shit about each other. For the new fucking currency. And excuse me for cussing, but this shit got me heated right now. For the new currency.
Being that this in control right now.
Sean gonna clip this up.
I'm gonna delete the show.
That is in full control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gotta get this recorded.
Satep tricking him, man. That's Satep fault. You triggered that boy. B-Nut when you said that, man. I said, but I don't know why he said that. I
ain't heard nothing about
it. Get Kofi rattled up.
Yeah. No, it's all good. And I'm glad you did because it need to be said. Like it's been on my mind. And the show been to happen. The show happened about 2 weeks ago. So it's been on my mind. So it's and even just not. I can name. And I'm not just saying what we doing. There's a few other people. That's doing some stuff. It's already clipped up.
That boy good.
Good job, Sean.
That's a tell. You did that. That boy triggered that boy, man. What we doing it for? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Nah, Sean in the background sniping for me.
Yeah, I forgot about Sean. Hey.
He's clipping that boy out. He cropped everybody else out.
That's a form of being a YouTube whore. If you gonna soft shoe your way into some views and just do whatever with no ethics, no morals. You don't care if you know about certain topics that you're talking about. Like shit like that is just that's why I said we don't need to talk about nobody else, say nobody else's name, let everything we got with everybody die down, and then see what happened. Because I know that people don't have talking points. I know that people don't have nothing to talk about. So let's see, once we stop, do our name keep ringing? And sure enough, you know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. And that should be a red flag to people. Yeah, we not gonna shake our ass for no views over here, buddy.
That's a fact, man. But you know that's what the new metric is. That's what the new and I'll be honest. I used to, want, man, God damn, y'all know it. I used to complain about it, but I stopped after I realized, man, I'm like, God damn, we are actually doing what we supposed to be doing. And even, I know, some of y'all, y'all into it with my brother Unc, but Unc will even say the same things, man. Y'all got it going on and y'all don't even know what y'all doing. Y'all are actually doing some, y'all got it going on. And with that, it's gonna come some hate. That's gonna come. Not saying anybody hate me or the show I'm talking about hating, because
you tell me the same thing.
Right. Even if you take that out the equation, there were other people that platforms that wasn't brung up that I know that these people are actually the Baba Amin. Baba Amin may not have that many, but Baba Amin got a goddamn school. This man got a school. He's teaching. This man owns some land. He got a school on some land and somebody helped him and believed in him. Why you not talking about he's a success? So you mean to tell me because he don't have 5,000 subscribers, he ain't got every show he does ain't 1.K, he ain't nothing? He's not.
That's the metric. Based on the metric, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
According to the king reviews, what I'm saying? That's what that would be,
That's crazy to me. So but in order for us to be successful, then we have to talk about our fellow brother and sister.
Candy man.
So, and it's bad though we have to do those things, and we do, and that's just going back to what we're talking about with the music. Not even with the music, and I'll be honest with you, not even with the movies. I'm finna get ready to shoot a 30-minute movie.
What? Hold on, wait a minute, Kofi. You get ready to
Yeah,
do
he Tyler Perry out here, boy.
Yeah, the
Boy, Tyler
writer's
Perry
credit.
out here.
Yeah, I'm finna get ready to shoot a 30-minute movie, and the 30-minute movie is the 30-minute movie. It's gonna have a message behind it, but it's gonna have like some hood shit in it. And the reason why it's got it in there is because that's what's attractive to our people. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna be in the movie?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the movie, but I'm gonna die in the movie. And the movie based around me
Don't spoil it.
Yeah,
you
man.
gonna put that on Boosie website?
Right. This
Hey,
sound
you
like
need to do that,
Kofi just did a little bootleg movie, man.
Doing partnership
Hey,
with
it ain't gonna be
Boosie,
no
man.
worse than Boosie shit.
Shit, you can't say for real.
Yeah. But even with this, what I'm doing is it's a marketing thing, because it's going to help my nonprofit and it's going to help my Ubuntu music production company, because it's going to be majority of my music in it. But my cousin who started in the movie, his stuff is on. He's been a rapper for a while. I don't know why he ain't never just broke it off big. I mean, he's talented. You know what I'm saying? And he done put out several different albums, and they on all types of platforms. He used to do shows all the time. He just doesn't stop because he's an advocate now. He's doing stuff in the community to affect change, and he come from the street. So it's kind of based on his life, but it's also based with me being a part of me being in the movie, and me dying affect him. And I'm going to leave it like that. And you're going to see how it changed, which the stuff that he's already doing in the community, and I'm just gonna be real footage of him actually doing stuff in the community for real. It ain't gonna be that he's that I'm shooting just for him to be acting. It's gonna be stuff that he's been doing in our community to affect change in real time. I'm just gonna be there with the camera to see some of the things that these functions that he's got going on, and a function that I got in real time that's coming up that's real soon. And then my building, you know what I'm saying, for the program. My building is getting built right now. I probably got about 2 or 3 more weeks before it get built, and then they're gonna be bringing out here, putting the foundation up, and I'm gonna be out here where I'm gonna be operating my nonprofit organization out of my own building for the kids, but it's gonna be attached to our brands. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be attached to, which is attached to the music. With the music is going to be attached to the company, because we do small marketing videos. So we do videos with music, but now we have our own music into it. So it's just a whole thing of branding and marketing things where it's coming together, and not only helping us, but it's also helping people in our community by taking these kids off the streets and teaching them a skill set, you know what I'm saying, and showing them different things outside of the streets. You know what I'm saying? You can do this. And people can believe in what you believe in. You know, people talking down on you, or man, get out of here, or when you mention things that you want to do, but your dream ain't for everybody else's dream. And I realize that too. That's why when people say the shit that we doing now, man, that ain't gonna work. We did it anyway. We got the apparel company. We got the publishing company. The publishing company facilitates marketing. It facilitates publishing books. It facilitates doing business logos. Now the company has facilitated doing music, which branched off into the Ubuntu music, which branched off into the Ubuntu nonprofit organization for the kids. So people will say that we couldn't do what we doing, shit, because our dream ain't for everybody else's dream. So people gonna knock you down. So we're gonna be in these children's corner and tell them, whatever your dream is, we're gonna try to make it come true. We're gonna try to make it come true, because your dream is your dream. Your vision is your vision. What you see, everybody else is not gonna see. What you believe in and stand on, everybody else is not gonna believe on and stand on. So that's the things of what we're doing, what we are doing, and we doing in real time. And this is just going to only broaden us some more with this movie. And then hopefully the documentary, which I got to talk to y'all about the documentary. Somebody's going to shoot for us for a player price. And I'm going to show y'all his work, you know what I'm saying, as well, that want to get involved in this documentary. I'm supposed to been to mention it to you, this is somebody being though. So we're doing things, man, to try to help affect change in the community. So everybody else with the, that may not say that Kofi Piesie Research Team ain't successful. Hey, we're successful. And we may not be successful for you because we're not on here,
See, we don't gauge success by their metric.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the gist of all that you're saying. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the individual mission. As long as you're accomplishing your mission, when you start the business, you gotta have your objective and your mission go to your goals and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're accomplishing that, if your goal is to have 3.9K, I mean, that is irrelevant. You know what I'm talking about?
And I mean, and I'm not saying it's cool if we ever get to that point. And I think we can get to that point. The only thing that I can say that I admire about some of these platforms, even though I may not agree with some of the things, but I say I admire about them is consistency. Like consistency is the key. This is the only way that you're able to win. Even when you're in the business, this is something that I learned being in the business. You cannot win if you're not consistent. And some of those platforms, they go live damn near every day. Or they went live damn near every day till they build up a following. Now they got this following. They don't have to go live every day, but they still being consistent. That's the only thing that I admire about some of the platforms, you know what I'm saying, is the consistency. And I think that's something that, hopefully one day, because we all got, but we all got other things going on, and we all working on, things. Because I know I stay busy. I stay busy. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to come on here. And I did do it where I start, say, hey, I'm going to go live Friday, Saturday, and Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And I was doing that. But when it started creating a problem in my household, I had to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already doing other stuff where I'm not with my family. So, sometimes, you have to, you have to learn how to balance and all, you have to balance and all, but the consistency part, I respect some of them but that's about it. But, and maybe one day we'll get to that. But, right now, long as we are affecting change outside of YouTube and even within YouTube, like I said, from the messages that I get, you know what I'm saying? I know we doing our part. So no matter if we change one or two people's lives, no matter we change someone else's perspective to think another way, or whether, a person that says they don't like to read begin to read because they was inspired by us doing what we doing on here, man, we done our job. We are a success, and as long as we continue to do stuff to facilitate other people's dreams, and I'm going to go back when I keep saying facilitate other people's dreams, people that wants to be authors, we are facilitating their dreams. We're making it come a reality. And I'm finna start posting real soon. Got busy last year. We've been busy this year. We've been busy. I've been busy publishing people books since since January. That's including us and our other clients. Since January, we did something where we helped people when we put out the composition book. We had people that didn't know how to write. We helped them, and they now in the book. So now if you Google their name is attached to the book. Now we have other clients who have put out their own books who never said that they were going to be able to write a book or didn't know how to write a book or what it was look like, and see, and now we are helping these people facilitate their dreams. So every book that I publish, and we put, and no matter what they, like I'm saying, once whatever they do with it after that, that's on them. But we help them to materialize their dreams in real time, right? So that's what we're doing. People going to school, something that we finna, we got to get back on helping people go to school. We've been doing that. We need to do that here too. We did that in Africa where we're helping kids go to school. So now we need to do that where we at too. We need to do this on this soil too. So we finna do that soon, right? The nonprofit already in the works. I already have partnerships with people, and I'm calling them my partners, my partnerships, because they have a brand, but they are coming to help with this nonprofit for free. They not charging me shit to come down here and help these kids do something. They're not charging me nothing. So we are doing what we supposed to be doing, and don't get mesmerized by when you see other people that are always pushing the new currency and saying that other people that doesn't have this new currency is not successful. But when when you look at what we doing and you measure what we doing, what they're doing, man, we beating them by a landslide. And some of these other people, like I mentioned, like a Baba Amin, he was, I like what damn, I interviewed him too. What's the brother name I interviewed, man, from New York that got to school? Q Butter. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't mentioned on that. I didn't see his platform pulled up. Even though and I seen where his platform went for low numbers he started booming where he done started to have a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't, but that brother doing a whole bunch of stuff, man, and he's spreading out. Not only in New York, I think he's spreading out in Atlanta and another place where he's spreading out. So he's doing some work, man. But you saying you're not mentioning these other people's platform because you may think that, their numbers doesn't suffice. Them being successful, that's just crazy. And there was a lot of other people. So I'm just pulling us out of the equation and putting other people who may have low numbers according to other people's standards, but they are actually doing some work. They are actually putting in some work. They are actually affecting some change and just not only talking or not trying to inline their pockets, even though they are getting paid for what they're doing, which they have every right, just like we have every right to get paid for what we're doing. Right? But we're not out here tricking people to make money. We telling you, man, we want to make money, but we want to work for you. We want to work for you. We want to earn our money. And that's what we doing. We working for you to earn our money. So you don't see us with super chats. You don't see us with these what they call these other things that you got now. I'm not knocking people that got it. What's the
ads and stuff?
Patreon.
Kofi. Hold on. I'm interrupting this shit.
Spicy P up in here, man.
I can't take it no more. Slow down. So you're telling me that another platform did a show talking about they're not engaging in conversations with people because of their views?
Yes.
This nigga said,
hold up, time out. And then okay, so you got to make it clear to me because I don't watch this shit. So, and then they also stated that these people with these views aren't doing anything.
Right, according to the views and the subscribers, no, they are. This is not his words because I respect the brother. I just was disappointed.
Fuck all that respect shit.
You watched the whole show?
Huh?
I didn't watch it at all. I just seen the title.
I didn't watch the
whole. I'm just asking. So
I didn't watch it at all. I just seen the title. And
I just want to know. I want to know, right? I need specifics. So I'm asking because they're saying that the people with these low numbers aren't doing anything productive for the community.
Yes.
Hold on. By whose standard?
We don't have the standard was the subscribers, and they didn't talk about us, but
you is dancing around answering this question honestly.
Your subscriber game is not up and your view time is not up.
So how does that determine how productive a channel is or not?
According to the subscribers and the
So your subscribers and your viewers let you know if you're productive in the community or not your work. So you're not measured by your work, you're measured by views and subscribers.
They shouldn't even be allowed to be talking to us. That's what they shouldn't even be talking to us.
So you have no body of work and we shouldn't even, they're right. They're right.
I'm not.
No, Kofi, listen to me. People that don't have the views that they have or the subscribers they have should not be talking to them because they ain't got shit to offer people who have the work to bag up what the hell they talking about. They doing you a favor, in my opinion. They doing me a favor. They saying shit, I ain't got to talk to you. You ain't got shit. And I'm gonna be you damn. What you mean I ain't got nothing? You ain't got the viewers or the subscribers. Oh, okay. So that's the bar. That's the metric now. That you know what I'm saying. You can't deal with my work because I don't have the subscribers or the views.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't deal with my work on any level because you just can't deal with my work. So therefore, you're really refusing to deal with the work because of the subscribers and the viewers. So you're not going to pay that respect. Well, the people who you mimic and parrot and point to as experts, they don't have the viewership either. But yet you have the audacity to quote and walk behind their work as if you even read they shit and vetted they shit. So fuck them niggas. I don't care.
It was on an individual platform. It wasn't.
Hey, I'm just individually speaking. I'm individually speaking. It's for whoever.
That was Sean's TED Talk. That was his TED Talk just now that he gave to everybody.
Exactly. It's for whoever. Whoever. However, whenever, wherever. And I'm speaking for me. Whenever, however, wherever you see me, it's still fuck you. That's it. Continue your show. My bad.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you for inserting. We needed that, even though we are so far away from talking about Kanye right now. Unless we want to say right now, see, this was Kanye was trying to tell us. You know what I'm saying? This is what he was trying to speak on.
Yeah,
that was somebody to say though. See, this is what Kanye was trying to say, man. Y'all touched on it, man. That's exactly what he was saying.
Nah, we gotta switch it up. I don't want to agree with Kanye.
Yeah, we apologize, man.
You already agree with him. We saying that he right. When he talking about the Jews, it's all right.
Yeah,
we don't agree with the DEFCON 3. We don't agree with DEFCON 3. We don't agree with the going DEFCON 3 on Jews, man. He on his own by himself. We ain't with that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we were talking about labels, independent labels versus major labels and all that. And that's why I'm glad 93 hopped on. I don't know if he's still there.
Oh, I didn't even know he was on here. What's up, man? Man, what's happening? You still on here, Fortune?
Peace and love, yo. My bad, bro. My phone tweaking.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, man. You should have been acknowledged yourself. I didn't even know you was on here, man.
I was listening quiet, man. When I'm respectful.
Yeah, you was going in on your rant, Kofi.
No, yeah, because you was getting it, bro. Now when brothers going in, I stay out of the way of that smoke. But I just wanted to shout out everybody on the team. I know I don't always be here, but you know Kofi is the big bro. He kicking that knowledge. I just wanted to say real quick on the topic of Kanye West. Me personally, I somewhat agree with his criticism that you can't criticize Semitic people without being demolished and killed with a sledgehammer. But what he did get wrong was the whole being influenced by the Hebrew Israelites. They are probably 30% the reason why this dude is lost. The rest is his conservative talking points. But just to hone in, that's the misinformation that he ain't right about. Getting himself in this hot water just because a lot of these celebrity people, they're regular people. They just sell records. When you get around them, they're short, they're ashy, they smell funny. Niggas don't necessarily dress better than you. And these dudes don't have no knowledge of nothing. Behind the scenes, it don't matter how many views you get in Kofi. You do know it's some celebrities that's probably watching you right now. They watch Sonetta, they watch Garfield, they watch man, I was just on Clubhouse with Whack 100 and some of these conscious community dudes. So they watch y'all regardless of y'all view count. And the pseudos actually get a hold of some of these people and influence them. So Kanye West, Kendrick Lamar, what have you, they're all malleable. They're all able to be influenced by people who have that sway as far as information. Knowledge is power. That's why everybody fights for the true knowledge, because they want power over the Black community. They want power over all communities, but they want to consolidate power. Kanye West has been duped. He up here talking about 400-year prophecy and we the true 12 tribes of Judah and that kind of madness. And then when you see actual Jewish people you criticize, because it don't matter whether he said that or anything about the Holocaust, Jews are gonna sledgehammer your ass if you criticize them for anything. If you say, "Oh, they exploited us in the music industry," which we know they did. They exploited us in Hollywood and the music industry, and they were our allies at times in the civil rights, but you can't completely trust no stranger. Black people, to me, we don't got no friends. We got acquaintances. We got people we say hi to, but we've been exploited by all of these type of people. So if I point that out, a Jewish person might say, "Damn, you're anti-Semitic." Anti-Semitic means any kind of opposition to me. I'm gonna take offense. I'm gonna choose violence, and I'm gonna cancel you. So for me, Kanye West, so I can just land this plane. For me, Kanye West is just a lost soul. If it was that serious, Kanye West should have just deferred to the people who was giving him the information. Y'all do it, because I'm losing everything, and y'all sitting here using me as a vessel to spread y'all pseudoisms. So I'm gonna just yield and build with y'all.
Yeah, he crazy for that anyway, man. He say he's, but I don't believe that. He say he doesn't read. He said he learns by having conversations with everybody. He has the wrong people around him. That's why he's spilling the rhetoric that he's spilling. But he went on to say on one guy's platform, I think it was a platform in Paris that we paid the other week, that he said, man, it's, he compared reading to, eating what, Brussels sprouts or something. He doesn't read, he learns by having conversations with people. But I think he read because he be trying to quote stats, which he was some stats on, he was quoting some stats on the abortion rate, which he was way off and wrong on about, man. But yeah, I mean, he just need to get from around those people that he's around, because if you learning from people with these conversations, man, they still got everything, and then you out here on the front spilling this rhetoric, this misinformation, and you losing everything, man, because you ain't not willing to learn how to, or getting a tolerance for reading and then learning what research methodology is. You know what I'm saying, and moving forward from that.
Yeah.
Your mic went mute, Sutek.
Oh shit, my bad. 93. What you think about if we need these Jews at these major labels now?
Now, you don't need nobody. I mean, the good thing about hip hop is also the bad thing. All you got to do is get some Fruity Loops and be able to record yourself. And a lot of people have access to hip hop from their homes, from their technology. So it's just a matter of distribution when it comes to those major labels, where they can get you or whatever. And that's the sad thing about hip hop. It's not even about skill in music. It's about, if I can make your vocals sound good and sing songy, and then I can get you in Paris and France and this and that. That's what they offer the artist. But the artist honestly can make a basic living as a musician, but the major labels spread them and they turn them into more than what they are. So it depends on what the artists want to be. You want to be everywhere, then you might have to go to them for want of everything. If you want to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, you could probably do that on an independent tip, but you might not get the fame and notoriety. A lot of these people want the fame, so the label's gonna provide that. So, that's why you don't see me on TV like that, man. Look, I ain't no conspiracy theorist, but there's certain things I ain't giving up. I just make money at home as a musician or whatever else,
Yeah, that's what I said. We don't need them. Like Kofi said, you got your Pro Tools, you got your Fruity Loops, and your Mixed Craft and all that. Download that software, you can go to work. You know what I'm saying? And you're not going, like you said, you're not gonna have the broad fan base like somebody that's at a major label possibly could have, but you definitely can make some money. You making way more money per than what you doing at a major label. So you just got to put that leg work in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you got a good fan base,
doing shows anyway, they making most of their money in live appearances, because you can stream a song all day free on the app if you already paid for it. But what you can't get is that live experience turning up, because especially now that we post, I won't say post pandemic, but we post the early stages and middle stages of the pandemic where people were craving for some kind of live entertainment. Now people got it. They doing it. I mean, look, last night, it's not even Halloween, but last night all these people was packing my city just to go in there and turn up with jack-o'-lanterns and get drunk or whatever. So imagine if somebody was performing. That's the one thing you can't bootleg yet, is the performance. But the music aspect, oh yeah, they pimping that. So yeah, I agree with you, brother. There's ways to make money. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't gonna get the fame like that.
Yeah, you can make the money off the streams too, man. As certain amount of streams a month, man. You can make up to 1,000 to 5,000 or more, man. A month. You know what I'm saying? It's a platform that I was looking at. I can't think of this platform. Damn, I forgot the name of this platform. It actually help you, man, and help you able to make money, off these other different platforms that a lot of people go to, like a Spotify, Apple Music, and a few other platforms that people upload music in. But I wouldn't care about the fame. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is financial stability. You know what I'm saying? Financial independence, where I'm making money according to me. You know what I'm saying? The harder I work, the more money I work. I go on a job, I work hard. I go turn up all week. I'm not gonna get no extra money for turning up all week. I'm just not. If I'm, whatever I'm in, if I'm in there and I'm supposed to be taking phone calls, and man, I take 100 phone calls, within 4 days. But I come in there and I get more business. I turn up and I take 500 phone calls. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna get the same amount of pay. You know what I'm saying? So, my thing is financial stability. You know what I'm saying? Me working on my own and me getting paid for the work that I put in, and the more work I put in, the more, the more I benefit from off me, me working hard. So I can give a damn about I can give a damn about somebody knowing who I am. I can give a damn about, being plastered all over TV, as long as I'm able to take care of my family and don't have to go in and punch on nobody else's clock. I'm a success within itself, man. So, that's why I like when you look at a lot of people in Houston, I'm going to just say Texas in general. I'm going to just say, and Pacific, I'm going to say Dallas, and I'm going to say Houston. And Houston in particular doesn't get their respect, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people at one time didn't know about the color changing click that you was posting, Chavis, or people then wasn't familiar who was a Chameleonaire or a Paul Wall, or people wasn't familiar with a Swisher House. The artists that came from Swisher House, Slim Thug, or Mike Jones, before Mike Jones actually popped off, or ESG. All these people was damn near millionaires, and we didn't hardly know who these people was because they had the independent game on lock. They knew how to make money from their music and pull in $100,000, you know what I'm saying, off of one project. You know what I'm saying? Pull 250,000. Slim Thug and ESG, I think they made off of one of the projects that they did years ago. They talked about, I seen the interview years ago. I think they made $250,000 just off of one project that they put out. So they understood how to master the independent game and cut out the middleman and make all the money up front. But they tell you about the work that you got to put in, though. You got to put the work in order to reap the benefits from it. So, but we don't talk about Houston and Dallas a lot because that was a marketplace where people was making hand over fist with money and doing shows. I mean, you could stay right there in that marketplace of Texas. Texas is big as hell. So, I mean, you travel all over that, that place in Texas, you know what I'm saying, and make money. And that's what
you're gonna hate on it. You're gonna start hating, man. You bigging Texas up too much, Sean gonna come hate.
Oh,
you know
the
what I'm saying? Be careful.
Yeah.
Sean gonna come and hate.
Yeah, I know it. And the Bay, I just, I don't mean to interject, just, to get a Bay, they props too, because we talking about Texas. And the Bay.
Independent hustle. The Bay definitely represents that.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. So live. Yeah,
man. Houston is big enough or Houston itself and Texas is big enough for you to be an independent artist and be able to shine like that in just primarily that state. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. If you in them states like that, if you popular, you popping in them areas like
real.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Boys know Ro and Kiki. They know them from El Paso to San Antonio. All over, they know. They fully aware. They do shows out there that they got big fan bases in the whole state. So you ain't lying. Them boys make bread.
I'm gonna tell y'all somebody right now that I know. You know, it's been, and I'm saying it's been controversial with us because we talk every day, and you know, but you know, and his antics. You may think that this brother's stupid, but he done mastered the cutting out the middleman. And that's I know it, dog. I got them everywhere too.
Say it. He's flexing on it.
Yeah, I got them everywhere.
But, so I'm glad somebody else recognizes it, man. Yeah. Call them out. Call them out. Tell them stop studying on y'all, man. Yeah.
But
switching angles and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta get our brother.
Go ahead and give Sauce.
I get a beat. I see.
Give him his due. I know that's what you finna do. Go ahead and give it to him. I know it. Give it to him. Give it to him.
Oh, Kevin, man, send me your email address. And I'm putting this on the record. 2022, my favorite rappers that has some substance in their music. Kevin, shout out to Kevin Chill Heard. Kevin Chill Heard. I'm finna send you something. I done sent something to Oluwaseyi. I done sent something to God damn it, what's his name?
They need to do something together too, though.
Yeah, Obafemi. I'm finna send something to Ibaka.
Okay.
Then I got Stigalo. I'm finna send him something, which I'll be interviewing him next week. He's a hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying? Got a few videos out. Dope rapper. Got a lot of substance. And he's he's a Pan-Africanist, and he's a practitioner of a Shay. I'm looking forward to that, man. But going back to what I was saying, that's the forerunner, I believe right now that has mastered it, and we can utilize his blueprint where now he's independent and he's making his own artists financially free and making them millionaires, and that's Sauce Walker. Sauce Walker, he is not signed to a major label. He's not signed to a major label and could have been signed to a major label, but he broke down why he turned down these major label deals, right? And how much money he's making, and even showing the stats of what his artist is making. And now he's out here signing other artists to his own record label and giving them money and, showing them the blueprint right now. And I'm saying he's a definition of a independent rap hustler right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just his record label. So, and he has over 50 some artists signed to his record label, and over 30 some of his artists are making money monthly. They are getting paid monthly, thousands of dollars monthly off of streaming music, and doing shows, bro, and doing shows. So this guy is showing you, and there's other guys, in Houston and in the Bay Area has done it. But I'm saying right now, he is the forerunner. 50 independent, rejected major label deals.
Rock Nation.
Rock Nation, because Jay-Z was on it. Jay-Z was on it. Jay-Z, and one of his album, the Ghetto Gospel album, is Jay-Z went on record and said that was one of his favorite albums when that album came out during that year. That was one of his favorite albums of the year.
Be careful. Right. Sean gonna come out of the corners hating on that man, so you gotta be careful when you be speaking on Sauce's name on this platform, man, because Sean he be lurking, just like he popped up, he gonna pop up. I'm here though.
But you got to get that credit. This guy is a multi-millionaire, and he done it independent and made other people millionaires, and he has over 50 people signed to his record label. And then he has receipts to show you, and he was even showing you, if you go back and look at what was the interview he did on $1 million worth of game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. You're right.
He was
You're right.
breaking
That was
down.
it.
He was breaking down a lot of stuff in the percentages, and even showing in real time the artists that he has, and showing them what they was bringing in. His artist was bringing in monthly, and they not signed to any record label. Y'all stupid. Y'all sound. I don't know why.
I told you it was lurking, man.
Yeah.
You can't speak on Sauce without this man coming out the bleachers, man, with the hate, man. He coming, man. He gonna call you stupid. He gonna call you crazy. But you recognize it, man. You recognize the hustler when you see it, man, because you a hustler. Real recognize real, man. But you got some haters out here, man.
But
I know you ain't no hater.
I'm sleeping.
We not talking about nothing else right now. Ain't nobody said nothing else about nothing else. We speaking on the money, man. Kofi was very specific and detailed in what he was talking about. We wasn't trying to say this man is the best rapper out here. Nothing. Nobody said that.
Bars though. This bro got bars. He's got bars.
He can spit.
Man,
now we're not gonna hate on him. We're not gonna be dismissive of his. I know we seen him at the BET Award Cypher kicking that. I know people don't want to give him, but he wrecked that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And a lot of Houston rappers are co-signing. One in Pacific, Uncle Bun B, as co-signing, as stamped him. Right, as stamped him. You know, so you got a lot of people who is stamping his brother because they see his movement. He's doing it all independently. So I mean, and we talk about independent. I just had to bring him up. That is a person, worth studying, and I'm worth studying.
Slim Thug too. Like you was giving him his car, but just on the outside. He had money before he was rapping.
Yeah,
he had money. He was already riding slab. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Convertible.
I rock with that.
Way before that. You know what I'm saying? Way before they cut him a check. That boy was been getting money. He got real estate going, all that. You know what I'm saying? And boys know how to get money out here, man. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Just put that out there.
What you were finna say, Sutek?
Nah, I'm just saying I rock with Thug. I can pop in some Young Thug and I mean some Slim Thug and
I'm about to say, whoa, don't get the big stuff.
Yeah, man. But
I don't know about the boy though. I don't know about the kid though. The Bo Red guy.
On Sars.
Man, come on, man.
The Sauce God, the Drip God, man. Come on, dog.
Come on, I don't know what's wrong with him. Come on, he recognized as long as he recognized the hustle, it's all good. Man. He don't have to
just like you don't feel non-trip, like you can't feel it, like it just don't move. That's how I feel about.
No, you don't have to explain it to me, man. We already had this discussion 1,000 times in the back. You know what I'm saying? We fully understand each other. I respect that, man. But you respect the man grind. That's what you know. What I'm saying. That's what matters, man. That's what matters to me. You feel me?
We talking about
Sean out here, but he don't even want to give him that. You know what I'm saying? He want to say nobody even notice, man. He ain't buy nothing. He ain't, all right, But we ain't gonna speak Sean into existence no more. Continue. Let's talk about Kanye. Thank you for that good side note on Texas hustlers and how we getting money out here independently. You know what I'm saying? We self-supported out. Thanks for that.
Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying? Role models out here.
Yeah, and we finna get ready to end the show. But with this, let's end it with this. Okay, we talked about, not going to these record labels that owned by the Jews, so we feel like exploiting us and making money off the destruction of us, right? So, and we talked about the independent, and we can name a lot of people who are independent and who has been successful being independent, right? So if everybody just say, hey, forget a signing to Atlantic Records, forget a signing to Capitol, Warner Brothers, or Sony, RCA, Interscope, a Giffen Records, if Giffen Records still exists, or a Loud Records, which I think don't exist anymore. With and we began, everybody starts to become independent, right? Get on that independent hustle, and this music come out. But the music, so how do we change the mindsets, or who are we going to blame? Now we're taking accountability for us being exploited, right? And we're blaming that the Jews should have pulled the plug, or these Jewish conglomerate should have pulled the plugs when the reality rap started to usher in, and they see how it started to cause confusion in the African American community, right? So if we get away from that, but we still have that same formula where we're still pushing, it's okay to be a crackhead, or we're pushing, and I'm just saying a crackhead in general, those who indulge in drugs, because that is the new culture in hip hop right now, is pushing the drug agenda. Everybody is drugged out. Or the continuings of bashing Black women, and the continuing of glorifying going to jail and killing each other and pushing drugs in the community. So if we all, so who is the blame if we continue to leave those platforms, those Jewish platforms, and we begin to pool our money together in, what is it going to look like for us to get back on track, where we start pushing our message and start being something different than selling drugs, cheating on women, having a menage a trois of 3 or 4 women, you know what I'm saying, popping the most pills, snorting the most cocaine packs. What will it take for us to get on track as, having a positive message within our music, and not only having a positive message within the music, but making it popular? Because we know what they calling conscious rap, or what they was calling back in the days backpack rap. How can we make that popular? You know what I'm saying? Make that cool, because we know that's not cool. We know that's not cool to be the nice guy. We know that's not cool to talk about buying the block up. We know that's not cool as talking about uplifting the Black woman. We know that's not cool saying, man, say no to drugs. You know what I'm saying? We know that's not cool glorifying going to jail, you know what I'm saying, and then coming home. We know that's not cool, or getting points, or killing somebody. So how can we make, backpack rap and conscious rap cool? How what do y'all think is going to take in order for us to switch it up and, and make positive rap, positive again, popular again?
I think it got to be good music. I don't think the need for the type of music that's produced today is going nowhere no time soon. But I mean, it just you just got to make good music. If it's good music and it has a social content, people gonna gravitate to it. It's got to be something that somebody want to hear, though. I don't want to, just because you're talking about a social message, I don't want to hear it if the beat is trash. I don't want to hear it if your hook don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have no type of relatability or nothing, it's got to be some good music. That's what pulled me in. I like some conscious artists. I fuck with D1. He's a Christian rapper. You know what I'm saying? So it just basically, the music got to be good.
Oh yeah, that's off top now. We don't want no trash. I mean, even what we like in general, the reality rap, or the gangster rap, or the trap music, we still say it's trash if the music ain't good. Somebody come out, in those genre trap music, you know what I'm saying, or hardcore hip hop, or horror music, which they coined for a 3-6 Mafia. If it ain't good, you know what I'm saying, it's just trash. No matter what genre of music we identify it is, if it's trash, it's trash. So I agree with you. It has to be some good music. You know what I'm saying? It has to have some talent. You know what I'm saying, some talent behind it. You know, you just can't get up there and just be saying anything, even if it's positive and it has a message. It have to, you know, you have to have, you know, it has to be good, you know. And I agree with you, because I'll turn something off in a minute. Or they'll go to playing something. They get mad with me when me and my wife and my kids in the car, and if they in my car, they want to be the DJ in my car. I can't be the DJ in their car, but they the DJ in my car. But I turn the radio off quick. They go to playing something and it's trash. I turn the radio off in a minute. We just ain't gonna listen to nothing. But yeah, you know, it has to be good. You know, yeah.
I got the master switch. I cut everything off in here. We silence.
It's silence, and they be mad as hell too. But I don't be caring. But yeah, I agree with you, man. You know, it has to be good. But what, you know, but what's going to go ahead?
Like people ain't checking for comment right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand that was a thing at a period of time, but you know, ain't nobody checking for that type of stuff right now. You gotta evolve with the times. So you gotta find a way to make yourself relevant, and that's the only way that I see. It ain't that people don't want to hear conscious music, I believe, because I know a lot of people that do. It's just you gotta make it audibly and sonically make sense. You know what I'm saying?
I want to hear it, man. Like I want to hear. I mean, but I ain't gonna, you know, sit here and say that I don't, you know, I don't listen to, you know, I like Moneybagg Yo. So I listen to Moneybagg Yo. I like Finesse 2 Times. I listen to, you know, Finesse 2. I'm actually even happy for Finesse 2 Times for him accomplishing what he's accomplished in a short period of time of coming out of you know, coming out of jail. But I also like him because he's taking accountability for the actions that he created, you know, his actions, you know what I'm saying, prior to him going to prison, and how he's moving after he took accountability for the, you know, for the things that he did before he went to prison, which led him into prison. So that was another thing that made me, you know, like the brother and listen to his music, you know, even though he talks about, you know, drugs and, you know, women and other different things in that nature. But I like him, and he's, you know, his music sound good. He definitely can rap. So, you know, I ain't gonna sit here in front and say that I don't listen to those types of individuals, you know, which I do. You know, I listen to, you know, I still listen to some, you know, and a lot of stuff I listen to now is old hip hop, you know, in general. But a lot of that old hip hop is, you know, trap music. You know what I'm saying? And but I do like a lot of conscious rap, you know what I'm saying? So I still listen, like you mentioned, Common. I listen to Common. I listen to Mos Def is the most underrated conscious rapper. If you want to put him up under that umbrella or backpack, I think he's an out rap anybody. You know what I'm saying? Out rap anybody. But you know, Mos Def. I listen to Mos Def. Talib Kweli. I like Talib Kweli. I listen to Kanye West earlier stuff because I just listen to like a lot of older stuff. So I listen to the old hip hop station. I think that's damn, I forgot the station on Sirius XM radio that I listen to every day. I think it's channel 93 or channel 43. I think it's 43. I can't remember the station, but they play old hip hop music all day long. You know, so I listen to a lot of old hip hop. A lot of it is conscious, and a lot of it is, you know, it has a lot of negative connotations in it, man. But we can't continue.
Kofi, you named a bunch of them earlier. J. Cole, Kendrick.
Yeah, J. Cole. Yeah, Kendrick.
You know, it's a lane for that out here. You know what I'm saying?
It's a selective few though, but like it's a selective few. You like they're a selective few. Like when you put up, you know, all the rappers you got, when you know conscious, when you put up conscious, and we're just putting this category conscious and hardcore, right? Or hardcore / trap, conscious / backpack, right? You got when the hardcore / trap / reality rap outweighs the conscious. We don't have that many. Like, you know, we can go for days with the hardcore reality, you know what I'm saying, rap, you know, versus a selective few like a Kendrick, which has made commercial success. We can say J. Cole was one to be, you know, to have the commercial success.
Toby. He from H-Town. Southwest White.
Yeah, Toby. You know what I'm saying? Toby was able to, and I'm proud of that guy because I seen Toby from his beginnings to where he's at now, man. So he done came a long way, man. He's having commercial success, and he don't talk about the guns and the rah-rah and selling drugs, and he's a dope. So, but you know, you have a selective few. You see what I'm saying? And so it's not balanced. It's not even. You know, it's not even. I think we just need to have more of positive rap because whether you say it or not, you know, and people say that they're not role models, a lot of these people are role models. And I see it all the time because, you know, I was a kid at one time and I was influenced by music a lot, you know, and at one point I wanted to make a career out of music and possibly could have got signed to rap a lot, which I said a long time ago, I may do some and may play some music, you know, sometime here in the near future from the stuff that we did in the past, you know, and me having a studio, and that was my passion at one time and how I was influenced. I have a son, a 15-year-old son, who likes NBA Youngboy, who likes Kodak Black, who likes who likes a lot of these artists, and he's influenced by these people. And I get mad at him all the time because he wants to dress like them. He wants to talk like them. You know what I'm saying? So, and at one point, and we see our kids are being influenced by this, but we get mad. But we get mad when our kids want to be on the block. We get mad when our kids want to emulate these rappers and snort a lime. You know, go get snort a lime. Go pop some Molly. Go pop some
missing perks and stuff in public.
Right. So we get mad, right? So I'm just saying that it needs to be a balance. We need to have more positive music impact, and not only just that, even in the music, even with the hip hop artists, you know, that puts out movies. They puts out these hip hop movies, and these hip hop movies be about the streets. It be about the drugs. It be about the drug dealer. It be about the man cheating on his woman or his wife. It be about, you know, man being abusive to another woman. Us shooting our own brothers down in broad daylight. You know, us spitting on other children and disrespect. So that's it. I'm finna eat them up right now. I'm hungry. That's it.
What was the one, Kofi? What was the one where the child got spit on?
Look at the movie Cameron put out.
That's what I was about to say when he spit on the little girl.
Yeah. I remember that one pissed me off in that movie. Yeah. They did though.
Yeah, I'm like,
he could have shot her though, but he just spit on her instead.
Damn, Kofi. Well, Kofi.
I know, but to answer this question though, real quick. Well, not my thing is, we asking if like we can what we need to do to make it cool again. I don't necessarily think that it stopped being cool. I just think it stopped being popular. And in order to control what's popular, I don't know if you can control what's popular, or you got to have certain vehicles distribution to make stuff popular. I would assume.
Yeah, you do.
How things work right now.
Yeah, you do. You got to have somebody behind you, man. It's popular. You know that can you know.
Kofi trying to eat. You trying to worry about that food right now.
I'm hungry.
I can tell by that boy. Yeah, you know I could. Got
the stars of death, man.
But, it is, man. You know I eat. I don't care.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I just hope that we able can balance it, because I know we're not going to be able to eradicate that, because I would be a fool to think that we'll be able to eradicate crime in our neighborhoods. You know, we won't be able to see any crimes going on anywhere, you know. So, you know, and not only in the communities, we see crimes go on every day on the internet. So, you know, I'm just saying it just had to be more of a balance, you know, and we have a selected few individuals who music, you know, is reflected in a positive manner, you know, and you know, in a positive manner of trying to uplift us, you know what I'm saying, and give us you know, give us a message of inspiration, you know what I'm saying, so it just had to be a balance, man. It just had to be a balance. I mean, that's all I got, man. If ain't nobody got nothing else, man, we'll go ahead and
Yeah, we can tell that's all you got.
You ready to get up out of here, man? I'm done talking to y'all, man. It's time to eat. I ate on mute to go be, so I already smashed my plate an hour ago. You ain't even know.
I'm outside there.
I had barbecue chicken with ribs, greens, and beans, and macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
What you got? What you got, Kofi?
You had a real meal. I got something, you know, I'm eating McDonald's, man. I know.
Word. Man.
You country. I'm eating McDonald's. Damn, y'all.
Oh, man, what the white man eat McDonald's, man. You want the big farm and big corporations, man.
McDonald's, man. The Jews own it.
I appreciate them right now. Thank you.
With the
They empowered him to eat right now. So you know what I'm saying.
Thank you. I'm
supporting the Jews, man. Look at it.
But yeah, man, we appreciate everybody, man, that tuned in and watched the show, man, and you know, hope y'all appreciate the conversation. I know I appreciate the conversation. I also just appreciate every time that we get together, man, because I know we haven't been doing a whole lot of shows together. So I'm just glad, man, that, you know, we've been able to do some shows, and I have my brothers on the platform, man, and we bouncing off of each other, man. And again, we appreciate everybody who's you know, that's been supporting us, man, and we're gonna continue to do, you know, what we supposed to be doing in this space, and that is affecting change, you know what I'm saying, and bringing positivity, you know what I'm saying, and pushing positivity and bringing some type of results to the table. So again, I want to say peace, you know what I'm saying, liberation, motivation, and inspiration. You know, that's something that we need to start, you know, doing. We need to motivate each other. That's why I appreciate these guys on the panel, because we motivate each other. We inspire each other, man, and we need to be doing that with each other, motivating, man, and inspiring in a positive manner, though, you know, inspiring in a positive manner, you know what I'm saying? And we out of here, man. We'll be back next week with Stag Stigalo, and I'll be interviewing him again. That's a guy from New York. He's from Rochester. Let me go here. He's from Rochester, New York, and he's a Pan-Africanist, and he's a practitioner of a Shay. I'm excited about interviewing him, so we'll be interviewing him next week, man. And we out of here, man. I'm gonna leave y'all with this little small. We'll leave y'all with some music first, but I'll leave y'all with this little small interview shot by me. I've done like a couple of them. I ain't got the one where I was acting on here, but here y'all go, man. We out of here. Go get my book, Mandingo Theory, Castration of Africans and the Sex-crazed Conceptualization. Available now on Same Tree Different Branch Publishing.com. Get your copy today.